And we are on.
Is it on?
What do you mean? Yeah, we're onto it. We're streaming now.
Do you think it sounds good? Did we check the sound?
I did check the sound. It's quite low, unless it's that high, so it should be about.
Just before it just went
Hi,
weird,
everybody.
didn't
The first time we're streaming in a while, and since it's been E3 this week, but AT's throwback has been in Spain,
I have.
in Girona.
I'm very sunburnt.
She's also missed most of the conferences.
I have, unfortunately.
So we would probably have streamed them live.
My bad.
But since it was just me, we thought we may as well wait and do a full stream of all the conferences at the end, which is what you are watching now, if you watched this far. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
First
I'll just
up,
let everyone.
Not strictly an E3.
And I do have a bit of an idea about this one.
Yeah, she watched some of this, and she also watched most of Microsoft's. But after that, it's all blind. Isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't seen anything. Like, I've seen like literally the odd like freeze frame from the conference, but I didn't look into it on purpose.
And I
really.
was tweeting as the conferences go. If you follow us on Twitter, you'll have seen me tweeting.
Yeah, he had control. He had the reins while I was away.
So she was watching that too, so she knows a little bit. But let's go straight with Google Stadia.
Google Stadia.
Not strictly an E3, but
I think this is dead awkward, this presentation.
it is really.
Like it's looking like proper into your eyes, isn't it? It's a bit awkward. Google.
This is the pitch.
Yeah, this is the theory.
Yep. Anything.
And on Pixel smartphones.
Anything
Only
you want.
Google phones.
Anything?
Only Google phones.
Only Google phones.
It just said Pixel, so the Google Pixel.
I was quite tempted to buy that as well.
Play the latest games. No downloads, no patches, no installs. Just grab your controller and you're in. This level of access and availability represents a huge shift in the gaming world. Instead of a console or a PC, you're using Google's data center as the platform.
Which to me is the concern.
I just can't imagine it running. Like, I can't imagine something of that kind of magnitude running without an active console. Like, I can't even.
And the other side of it is that since we're doing this after E3, we've seen some of the fallout and the information that's come out since the conferences as well. So this isn't a live reaction. Apparently this will use 1 terabyte of data an hour.
Is that a lot? Is that like my phone allowance for the month?
It's more than that. It's like...
Surely that would cost a fortune, though.
That's if it's on max settings running at like full power and
Well, to
everything.
be fair, most people are going to want it to be running well.
Yeah. Your total data allowance on ours is uncapped, but yeah, not a lot of people have super strong internet like we do.
No.
And we have some of the best internet you can get in the UK, actually. Ours is like surprisingly good for what it is.
Yeah, it's not bad. It has its moments, but everything does.
They do go
Every technology has its
We're not going
moments.
through the whole conference either because I can't be bothered listening to him for 30 minutes of just talking about it. Especially since when I was getting the timings for these videos, I'm going to be skipping through, by the way, just to most of the important bits. If you skip through, particularly Microsoft and Bethesda's, because you skip in 10-second intervals. Oh, by the way, big reveal, this one.
I didn't even know what it was, like...
Because it was in the Stadia one, people kind of skipped over it a little bit, and it didn't get the recognition it is.
Is it that Cthulhu thing?
It is. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate is one of those, like... If you will write, like, a short book on the history of video games, Baldur's Gate is, like, page 3, page 4. It was like the beginning of that entire Dungeons and Dragons style dungeon crawler RPG.
Right.
So that's big news, actually.
Why was he dressed in a...
Yeah, they're making it.
Is that the uniform at work in their office?
It's what that man was told to dress
I
in for
hope
that.
it is.
But anyway, this is the point, look.
This This is hard for me to understand.
This is what they're saying.
Handling the processing load, you can enjoy smooth gameplay even if you don't have that kind of connection. So let's
Really?
This is what they say. Look.
Really?
You can still get at least 720p video at 60 frames per second with stereo sound. We're really proud of the experience we're able to deliver, and it's all thanks to more than 20 years of work at Google, building and optimizing our networks and data.
If that's true, it's good, but it's probably not true.
To be honest, my gut reaction is, nice idea, Google. I like it. I like your creativity.
It is.
I like it. But it's not going to work.
And it wasn't their idea. It is. Other teams have done game streaming before. PlayStation Now is basically that.
See, I feel mean, because look, he obviously thinks it's going to be great. Or does he though?
He's been told to come here and tell us it is. Look at this shit.
It was a phenomenal gaming experience.
I'm really not sure.
The thing is, as well, though, it's the money side of it. So how are they going to make? How are they going to make the money side viable? Because if people are usually buying the games, how are they going to make it so you can stream them?
Well, exactly.
Are they going to pay the companies?
Well, that's
with
what
the
we don't know. They say later. We're not going to go to it, but they say later on, you have the subscription fee for $10 a month, which is a good price if there's a decent library.
Well, yeah, it's like paying for Netflix or something.
Yeah, it is. It's about Netflix's price. For that, you'll get to play all the games, or you can have a free account in which you buy the games on an individual basis. So it's unclear if it's going to be a kind of PlayStation Plus Xbox Live system where you pay for the access to it all the time, and you get a set number of games that are free and that they'll add to every month or so. Or whether it's the entire library is yours for $10 a month.
That can't be right though.
It might be if the library isn't great.
Yeah, it's not going to be like
that's less than PlayStation Now, by the way, for all PS3 games.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, obviously it was a big game and everything, but it's been out what?
Big AAA title, exactly. But
it's been out for a long time. Yeah, exactly. Because I remember Tom wanted it for Christmas.
They are showing off things like this,
so it can't be.
As you can see. You might recognise him, by the way.
Oh my God, it's Sanchez!
The racist name we gave.
He wasn't racist. We just couldn't remember it in The Walking Dead.
We couldn't remember it, but we remembered he was vaguely Hispanic, so we called him Sanchez.
I can't remember what is it now. I genuinely Shane. Now
he's also now better known as
the Punisher. The Punisher, which I've actually watched.
He's a good actor. I like him.
I like him, yeah.
Oh, he'll show up later in the conferences, by the way, too. So
wasn't my thing really, the Punisher. It was just, but he's famous, isn't he, for being mainly just hardcore action scenes, isn't it? And I was a bit like,
I think he's cool.
Not for me, but he's alright.
This being the next big Tom Clancy's.
Is this the Punisher?
No.
Oh, is he just the character?
He's just a character in this Tom Clancy game.
That's a new thing, isn't it?
Oh, and look.
Oh no, that looks scary. I don't like that.
See, that was my other.
Are they your mates?
Because there are other players in this online multiplayer game.
That's a bit dodgy. That's screen watching when we used to do
it on
I don't
think they're going to show that
screen when you used to play COD before, and it was just the two of you, and you could see where they were.
It's one of them words.
Ghost Recon.
It's one of those words that doesn't exist except in video games.
Breakpoint.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
It's the break point. It's not a thing.
The point in which
it's the point at which you break. It doesn't exist.
I'm sure there is one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks creepy.
Yeah, again, but that's the point. They came in with yo, we've got Assassin's Creed, we've got Clancy's Breakpoint, and now this,
They to be fair, they have to do a variety.
Oh yeah,
they need to.
It's like.
Oh no. Just get bullied.
It looks like it.
Don't run.
I mean, to be fair, this looks like a dream sequence more than anything else.
Snot loser.
Buggy loser.
That is such a good insult. Snot loser.
It's an interesting looking but clearly indie game.
Indie games are fun. Oh no, it looks quite. No, it does look quite. Oh, it's a stealth horror thing.
Yeah. Very typical survival horror indie game. Mannequins.
Oh, do you know what?
You can't have a horror game without a mannequin.
You actually can't, it's true.
Not this days. You can't have it without a camera or a torch.
See, Outlast must be the first to do that properly, though.
It was the first to do the camera thing properly.
That's the fact that you don't have a weapon, though, isn't it?
No, you don't count. I'm not even going to say it.
What? What?
Doesn't matter. But yeah, guilt, spelt with a
Guilt?
a Y instead of a UI.
Swedish, perhaps.
Perhaps. And then a couple of other funny little things.
This looks like some iPlayer.
Yeah, it does. But this is the thing, if
Oh my god, do you rob people's houses? Imagine that!
I know,
Burglary simulator.
This does look burglary.
Oh my god, have you seen the thing? I don't know if it's at E3 actually.
Oh, get packed.
Oh, you just have to pack people's stuff away quick.
And this.
Oh, it's like...
It's a stream game. It's a YouTuber game.
Yeah, like I can't remember what it's called. You know, the ones where you're them little, like, Play-Doh people.
Couch and online co-op, which is good. Not many games have both.
What does couch co-op mean? Doing sat next to each other?
Yeah, split screen.
Oh, right.
But not
okay.
split screen, as in just...
Oh, yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Ridiculous physics.
Evidently.
We like ridiculous physics.
Yeah, I like these little kind of things, but if this is the ratio they're going with for Stadia, with 2 big name titles, and then the next best thing they have to show is interesting looking, probably going to pick it up, but small indie game.
Yeah.
It's not going to...
And it's not something you play for prolonged periods of time.
Nobody's trading in their PS5 or...
Definitely not my PS5.
Or Project Scarlet
Oh,
for Google Stadia at this point.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And this is Division 2.
Not only across the nation, but
I've heard of Division.
We're going to skip out of this because I'm not particularly care about Division.
What, maybe I care about Division? You don't
You
know.
don't care about Division. What is the Division?
I don't know.
There you go. You don't care.
Who cares, right?
It's every Tom Clancy game, but more open world.
about being a super powerful
I don't really know what a Tom Clancy game is.
Tom Clancy is an author who wrote a lot of military fiction things because he used to be in the SAS or some shit.
Oh, okay.
And judging by the amount of games that are coming out for them, he's been doing a lot of writing
So
since
he's
he
a real
died.
person?
He's been doing a lot of writing since he died. He's been dead about 10 years.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
In my head, it's like, you know, Stephen King, Carrie.
Yeah.
You know, like, Stephen King. It's always the name of his...
Stephen King's name is huge, and then the name of the book in, like, the subtext
Yeah,
of the
but
book.
do you know why? Because they're all terrible, that's why.
Yeah, because none of the books like, oh my god, I can't believe it. It's a Stephen King book. It must.
My favourite.
But Tom Clancy is now like a brand.
Ah, right, okay.
And I think his son sold it to, I want to say Bethesda on Tom Clancy, or was it Microsoft? One of them on Tom Clancy. But it's now, as we'll see in some of the later trailers, as you guys probably have already seen, realistic military fiction is not their thing anymore. It's now just military fiction.
Oh, just making it absolutely ridiculous, you mean?
Yeah, it's one of them that's like, it's almost a genre in of itself now.
What, like shit?
Well, no, it's the same.
It's not trying to stay in the realms of possibility.
Yeah, it's tactical third-person shooter with pseudo-realistic military gear and equipment. Usually a lot of PvP, but mostly PvE.
Like COD. Is that a realistic one?
Closer, yeah, kind of.
Obviously not the zombies.
No. Well, no.
Obviously.
Well, maybe. You haven't seen this conference yet.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But yeah, what I was going to say before is the online thing, talking about Tom Clancy games, is when we're talking about latency, which is effectively lag between like controls and button lag or input lag. You get some of that in online games anyway, when you're both powering your game from a console and then just connecting to a server. When you're playing an online game on Stadia, you're streaming a game from a server, connecting to a different server, to other people who are also streaming from a server onto a different server. If they're telling me there's going to be 0 button lag or latency,
Lost me, Borka.
Yeah. But you've seen in...
Do you mean like a gap in time between you pressing a button and it happening on the screen?
What you would call lag in a video game.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Yes, if they're telling me there's going to be 0 lag in those games, they're liars.
Huh? Just flat line.
Oh yeah, that's the whole... All of this is Destiny 2.
I thought we'd done Destiny already.
Destiny 2's out. Yeah, we did a little bit. Destiny 2's out already. They're still releasing updates and shit for it.
Doesn't tickle my
It's
fancy.
apparently now free to play. I didn't know this.
Hello there.
But it's going to be on Stadia too. So they've got some big name games.
Yeah, but if it's their own games, of course
look,
they're
they
going
get
to be on
the full
Stadia because
collection.
they don't have to pay anyone.
They're all included in your Stadia Pro subscription.
What?
Who makes Destiny?
Oh, right, Bungie. They're owned by somebody.
From any other
I was going to say, because if like Google already own the companies,
It
it's
is
not
that,
going
by the
to...
way, at the bottom.
previous app,
These are the updates for it. Watch the bottom of the screen. There is a slight caveat here.
all included
Like, oh, what?
in your Stadia Pro subscription. And as an added bonus, you'll be able to transfer your Destiny Guardian to Stadia from any other platforms.
Ah,
You'll be able to transfer it from any other platform, assuming the platforms tell us that they can actually do it. We haven't agreed yet. But you could.
Sonny said no.
You could if we were allowed.
Sonny like no. So
That's a selling point. But yeah,
I don't think so. That's what Sonny said.
I'm going to choose to be optimistic because it's
Do you know what, Scott? I hope it works.
$129.
Whoa!
To be fair to this is, for this controller,
Jesus.
a brand new controller for an Xbox or a PlayStation is 60 quid easy.
Yeah.
And the good ones are 80, 90. And that's pounds, that's not even dollars. Remember, that's going to be about, what, $100? £100?
Yeah.
95, £100? Plus the Google Chromecast thing for the TV that you can connect into anything.
Oh,
and
bloody
3
hell.
months worth of Stadia. So it's actually not that bad a value for it.
Okay. They're going to have to do that though, because they're going to have to do some like massive push.
And especially since
In
a
the
console is like 400.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but once you've got your console, it's your console. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. You
Like-
pay for this continuously, so is it going to be cost efficient in the long term? I think in the long term it's going to cost you more to stream.
And I feel like it's going to be infuriating. Like, that's my gut reaction.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of issues with it.
And people get lag on FIFA now, and like, things get smashed when that happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If they're doing it constantly, that's their source of gaming. Imagine if it lags out all the time.
Exactly. And
At least you can turn FIFA off, put, Assassin's Creed on.
and you know it's going to work.
Do you know what I
'cause
mean?
It's just your PlayStation.
Exactly. You know it's just because it's online and it's having a meltdown.
Yeah.
If that's your constant gaming experience, people are gonna like high blood pressure all the time.
And that's not a thing that that's not a small issue, especially in things like fighting games.
Where it has to be instant.
It has to be
Like-
frame perfect
Yeah.
in some
As
cases.
soon as you press it, it has to do it.
Especially older fighting games that literally did have frame perfect inputs.
Yeah.
Lag will kill it, and it can't. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
do it anymore. If it works, great, but it won't. Anyway,
That's the summary of Google Stadia.
On to
if it works,
Microsoft.
great. If not,
check this out. 'Cause this actually does look good.
This is Halcyon, the furthest colony in the galaxy.
When I first saw this, I thought this was Borderlands.
It does look Borderlands.
Doesn't it?
Everything we are.
Until you know what it is, and then you see what it looks more esque.
Bumblebee.
Hit
for freedom.
No one has ever gone.
You know,
against
guys, companies are bad.
Companies are
Corporations are bad.
bad. Yeah. Like capitalism, all those things.
Making money is bad.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it.
No. Just be poor forever and people like him on.
Live in a tree.
someone
You'll be
who's digging
happier.
up their secrets.
Don't get latency in a tree.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't get lag.
Someone who could be.
Don't get subscription fees in the bush.
Or
But also, you hear people talking beneath the tree about things you don't have.
And fire.
Oh yeah, fire's a big one.
or a psychopath.
But is it as bad as greed? Yes. Yes, it
Yes,
is.
yes it is. Fire's worse than greed. Greed doesn't kill people, does it?
Oh, it definitely kills people. Everyone who's ever died from greed. Oh, anti-capitalist rhetoric and this stuff. I get it, because in cyberpunk and
fine.
stuff it's cool, but
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's cool.
This stranger chooses to be
you can go too far with it sometimes.
will never be the same.
There's got to be someone making
Obsidian
money.
Entertainment, which is really good news.
And Obsidian is so heavy for anyone who's ever played Ark. My God.
But Obsidian, the company, is also
My God.
is also heavy with praise.
I see what you did there.
The Outer Worlds, It's more like Fallout
Yeah.
when you see it. But it's made by the makers of Oblivion. Obsidian Entertainment, which is so much better.
Worldy.
Yeah, which is the best Elder Scrolls game. Shut up, Skyrim fans, you're wrong.
Sounds good, shut up.
It's not.
Apart from it makes you kill dragons, why would anyone want to do that? Like, I was
Can't
just
be bothered
shout
with
at
you
Scott, like, stop.
boring people.
I was just shout at Tom, like, why are you killing the dragon? It's like, he's trying to kill me.
Ninja Theory's new game.
And I'm like, this is a bit like...
Ninja Theory makers of DMC Devil May Cry. And others.
Don't you think, though, it's a bit
They're
like...
a good company, I like Ninja Theory.
It's a bit Fallout versus, like...
Yeah.
You know, it's that
Overwatch
kind of...
meets
Yeah.
Battleborn meets
Yeah, it is.
fucking everything that's even remotely like it. Melee is the difference though, and also I just noticed at least 4 of the 6 attacks we just saw were just ripped out of DMC Devil May Cry. Exactly the same movement. But
Devil May Cry's cool.
yeah, we've got him,
Interesting looking
Nidhogg,
people.
or whatever he's called. I mean, it's like you said, it's this cartoon style.
Yeah, it's quite popular at the minute, though, isn't it?
It is. I'm not a fan.
I think, personally, brought about by things like The Wolf Among Us and
No
that.
wonder it was ripped out. It's the same combat director as DMC Devil May Cry. Bleeding Edge.
Don't you think, though?
What?
Like, I don't remember, like, cartoony style stuff before Telltale on this scale.
Not on this scale. It's probably all. It's not Overwatch. I don't know
Every
what.
time I look at them, I think, oh, look, that's like cartoony, like The Wolf Among Us.
Telltale, I think, more comic booky
I like that, though.
than cartoon.
Tell you what, that is such a good cosplay as well. You know, whenever you draw the lines on your face and stuff.
I was going to skip ahead, but let's have a look at this.
That would be cool. This makes me want to cry, that's what I think it is.
Also, did you see that big fat girl character, Bubblegum or whatever she's called?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, we'll skip ahead of this because we know what this is.
Is it that little
It's Ori.
ferret?
Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps. Yeah, we saw this last E3.
It's like a platformer thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks alright.
It looks a bit freaky, to be honest.
Yeah, but it'll be fun.
Oh no, it's the...
But,
Someone's pipping outside.
yeah.
Oh, do you know, this looks cool. I like this.
But things like that DMC Devil May Cry one, whatever it's called, Bleeding Edge. Yeah, this looks good.
Like, I'm terrible at Minecraft.
It's
But
the same
I
as
like
Devil May
it.
Cry. It's so like hipster and wannabe.
Well, that
edgy.
thing we've just
Yeah.
seen. Yeah.
It seems to be Ninja Theory all over.
Which is fine. Everyone has their like niche, don't
But
they?
it's so like
It's no different to a band having a sound, is it?
no, but
So,
it's
and that's why people like it.
some bands have a bad sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're not all good.
No, and
We should get this.
Ninja Theory's
Sorry.
games are fun to play. Oh, we will. It's like Diablo style Minecraft game though.
I think it looks so good.
Zoomed way out, like top down RPG, and co-op multiplayer, which is I like competitive multiplayer and I like single player most.
And even though
But
you're
I have a
in
soft spot for
like,
co-op games.
in dungeons and stuff like that, it would normally be a bit scary for me. But because it's Minecraft, it's not. Do you know what I mean?
And
It's a
especially
bit,
if you get fights like that where it's not like we run in, we all like run up and hit one and then we've done that room. It looks like there is actually,
oh my god.
MMO style
Yeah.
battles in it.
And how cute is the little key that's asleep, by the way? Oh my god.
Minecraft's fun, you know. 4-player local and online co-op. Again, we like that.
To be fair, I'm no good at Minecraft. I just get exploded all the time. And it's always my house that gets exploded. But I think it's because I didn't play
They
it.
then bring somebody out
Like-
to talk.
Oh no, it's that smug
Oh
man.
yeah, this is the thing I thought. You know when I said
Smuggy
skipping,
smug.
yeah, skipping forward in sections of 10 seconds. His is just game, progress, game, spot.
Play the games.
Players,
Progress.
help, gamers,
Games.
gamers, playing,
Game.
project,
Smug.
excited, game, project, the game, excited.
Smug.
Just no, it's
Just a bit more smug.
it's like if you skip forward in 10-second intervals through the whole of this and count which is the first word you hear. Game, excited, project are like 82% of the entire thing.
To be fair, I'd be smug if I owned Microsoft or whatever he does.
So this is the trailer we skipped earlier that was shown at EA
couldn't
Play
really
because
be
we're not
asked.
watching EA Play. EA didn't. If you're not going to bother to come, don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. They showed off some good stuff at EA Play for
Um,
this. I tweeted about it. It looks like
I saw that, I've seen that, so
Yeah.
I do know.
looks a lot like a very typical action game, just dressed up like Star Wars.
Is it me, or is the main character that you are? I can't think of the word. What's the name of it? Playable character.
Yeah.
Jesus. His face is terrible, and the more I see it, the more I don't like it.
I imagine he's exactly copied off a particular actor who played him. So I'm going to try not to be mean.
Oh no, I don't mean like he's ugly. He
mean
doesn't
that.
look like he's made properly. It's like
Yeah.
it is making me think of the Mass Effect faces.
I see what you mean, though. Yeah.
And in the beginning, I thought that's a bit weird, but the more I've seen it, the more See, look, that looks fine because that's like a cutscene thing.
Yeah.
But then once it's, halfway between a cutscene and you playing the game, those little other things.
I don't know if there's a word for it, but
you know what I mean, though,
what
don't you? Like animated, but not to the extent of a cutscene.
Yeah.
They look terrible.
Walking simulator section.
Yeah. His face looks so bad on them. I'm really sorry, Jedi Fallen Order. I'm sure it's a good game, and I absolutely love the throwing the lightsaber at people.
Yeah.
That's such a good move to do. Comes on my birthday.
It does. And
But
there's a lot of good. There's some interesting stuff in it. There's a little parry system that they've got. They've got time stop powers for like powers and stuff.
Yeah, that looks weird.
Oh, by the way, we're going to be here for the next 13 minutes without me skipping, so keep an eye on us. But
That's fine. My problem is when the faces are like that, it breaks your immersion, and every time you look at it, you go,
Yeah.
that's a weird face. don't you?
I'm hoping it does,
Like-
because we got some screenshots of Mass Effect
Oh, no.
Andromeda before it came out.
Yeah.
And it looked like not great, but
It looked worse when it
all
actually
right,
came
when
out.
it came out and it was like
That was so bad.
it was awful. Let's hope
was funny.
it won't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
No, he's not Mass Effect's level. It just reminds me of it.
And to people who think it's like, it's not that bad, it's not. But you'll see when we get to Square's presentation what Final Fantasy cutscene sections look like.
That's probably what the problem is, that I've seen so many of those type.
Yeah, which
Everything
is
else sounds a
and-
bit shit.
And is that fair to Star Wars?
Probably not.
No, of course it's not.
But
Do we care? No.
is life fair? That's the other question, isn't it?
If you're making a cinematic game, you're throwing
Make it
yourself into a realm of games that look very, very, very special.
Yeah.
And if you can't live up, don't go into that.
Because for me, it's like they were trying to make Anakin. He looks like Anakin and Luke put together.
No, it's the
That's what it
same
looks
style
like.
that they're going for in the new sequel trilogy in Star Wars, and in some of the in between films. They're trying to make it look like it was made in the 70s and 80s,
Yeah.
but with the quality film that we have now, and it just looks goofy.
Yeah, it does.
And it looks try hard. It doesn't look like it was done badly. It looks like it's something done well, but something that shouldn't have been done.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just completely talked over that. Blair Witch, super good.
Yeah, it looks
Looks
great.
awesome.
I think I'll be scared.
Have you seen the Blair Witch Project?
No, because I was going to go and see the new one. Remember it when it came out in the cinema?
Yeah,
But I didn't want to watch the
it's
new.
your boy.
I didn't want to watch the remake of it before I'd watch the original, because I think you should watch the original films before you watch remakes.
I agree.
So I think we should watch it, to be fair. if we're
I want to
gonna
go
play
to
the game.
No Tell Motel. By the way, when I mentioned a second ago about cinematic sections in games
Yeah.
that look good, take notes, everybody. Yeah, I want that jacket. They're selling versions of it, but CG Projekt Red recently tweeted out to people, be wary, because there are some people selling fake ones for like $400 on eBay
Wow.
that you shouldn't buy.
To be fair though, you should know a bit better by now.
You
know.
should, but
People don't.
My man, you made it. You blowing up all over the news.
I wonder how you make a cyborg without killing the person.
You got
You know,
the
you just think it, looking at him, like, how did they do that without dying?
core concept of prosthetics, I imagine, just
Something we know nothing about.
just cut, just like
We gonna be
Cut it off, shove a metal one on.
cut, like stop the blood and shit going to it temporarily.
How do you make it work
Do
though?
what you need to do.
How do you control it?
Connects to your nervous system.
Does it though?
Yes. And respond to the electrical signals that are sent from your brain
But we
through
don't
your nerves
understand
anyway.
how they work, so
We
how
will
can
in
you...
2077.
Alright, sorry.
To be fair, that's not that big of a suspension of disbelief.
Oh no, it's not. I just like to think of
And
these
actually,
things.
in reality, there are prototypes of that sort of thing now already.
Yeah.
You've seen them.
Like, Anakin has one on Star Wars.
No, in real life. Yeah, beat the swearing out. They won't beat the swearing out in the real
Do you
game.
think he looks like Richard Armitage?
No.
He probably does.
Doesn't look like him at all.
He does, he looks just like him.
Doesn't look anything like him.
That blood looks real.
It does. The whole thing looks so good.
That looks excellent.
Westwell's condition is critical.
This is the problem, isn't it, with robots? They tell you, like on iRobot, you know, it calculates the chance of who will live and who's more likely to live and saves that one. But a human would have saved the kid. It's that, isn't it? Don't tell me what, the facts.
And there's been...
Would that still work?
Obviously, some people here are like, will know about the controversy on Twitter about the particular poster that was seen in the background.
Oh, I don't.
In which there is a transsexual model.
Oh, no!
In which there's a woman stood there in like a bodycon dress type thing, and you can see a very clear penis poking out from it. And some people have said that this is transphobic and horrible and shouldn't.
Why is that transphobic?
Well, because it's offensive to apparently.
Wait,
using transphobia.
Putting a transgender person in a game makes them transphobic.
Yeah, well, it's using it to like create outrage, and is what they're saying.
What?
But it's not. It's
no different than having a model with no penis on
it's
there.
actually the exact core concept of cyberpunk, which is commodification of human body. The point where bits of you are now just things to be bought and sold.
I was gonna say maybe she bought it and put it on.
That's the point. Yeah, is that
Oh my god.
the individual doesn't matter because there is no because individuals, humans don't exist. You're
That's
just bits.
so stupid.
Well, it is, but it's the core. It's a core
No, I mean
theme.
stupid that people are getting annoyed. I mean.
All right.
Like.
And people also got
Why do people
offended.
get so angry about nothing?
People got offended at the gameplay trailers for this afterwards. By the way, yeah, look how cool this looks.
It looks super good, to be fair.
It always did. Everyone was excited.
To be fair, this is our type of game as well. This is
exactly
something that we play.
I've recently bought The Witcher as well, which were made by the same company.
I haven't played that.
No, it's probably the best Western RPG ever made.
Whoa!
There's a person here.
We have a city to burn.
That voice sounds like someone. But what?
It's Keanu
What?
Reeves.
It's Ted.
How did they keep that quiet?
I have no idea how they did this. This is like that's amazing that they managed to do that.
Probably no, he wasn't actually involved up until like a week ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope he was. Obviously, he was. But
Look, he loves it.
he does.
Cool.
Person 1 of E3 2019, who we must protect. Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
How's it going?
Look, he loves it.
Hello, Los Angeles!
How smart does he look as well?
Yeah, he does. Look at his super cool t-shirt
I
and
know.
his suit. He's 55.
No, he's not.
He is.
Good to see you. Thank you.
He hasn't got a wrinkle on his face.
All right.
You know why? It's because love. It's because the love that flows from within him is bursting out and keeping him young.
You got something.
Oh, look.
CD Project Red.
You can see the script that he's got is up on there as well, the subtitles.
Oh, it's fine.
77.
He's just,
Yeah.
it's just support.
All right. A while back, the guys from CD Projekt Red approached me and asked me to be a part of their new project, Cyberpunk 2077. They were going on and on about how they'd create this vast open world with a branching storyline, how you'd be able to customize your character through in-game choices. And it's not something I knew before, but I was excited by. And I'm always drawn to fascinating stories.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is set in a metropolis of the future.
I love that he was just given this script to read. He obviously didn't know what any of that meant and is happy with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, sure.
Look how happy he is to be here to be presenting this.
Yeah. Okay, but let me tell you,
I love him.
the feeling of being there, of walking the streets of the future, is really going to be breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. All right. So, I guess I gotta finish this. So tell me.
The subtitles guy just like,
You guys know
I gotta finish this, guys. Come on.
when there's the release date. All right.
Oh, he's so good.
Then check this out.
Look at it, just a big kid just playing. Doesn't know what's happening, he's just loving it. I love him so much.
Oh, that was so good. That is an absolute, like,
Also, no one's really
trump
playing
card, that, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
They knew what they were doing
I
there.
thought on Twitter at the time, but it just won E3. Square made that more difficult than it should have been. But still,
Keanu Reeves always wins no matter what he's in.
Keanu's tough.
Come on.
And Cyberpunk is a big game. Like, we've got a year. Assuming it doesn't get put back, which it might. But I don't really care.
We know it's coming.
Make it good when it comes out. That's all I ask.
Exactly. Take a bit more
World
time if you
premiere.
need to. If
They
you want
love
it
this
to be
place.
good, take a bit more time if you need it, you know. That's fine. This looks a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. It looks alright. Cartoon style.
And a big cat.
I do like meme animation.
And I like cats. And animal people.
I like animal people.
Hello, Stella. Build. Again, something I'll play maybe.
Probably. See.
Oh, look, he loves it.
Care.
Aww. Look, making a cake. That cake came out the oven perfectly.
I love the idea of a game having not combat mechanics, but care mechanics.
Aww, it's lovely. Look at the snake in his big coat.
On care-based gameplay.
Aww. Oh no. That isn't what you need at all.
To be fair, that's a fairly, that's a good goodbye, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's not someone, you know,
It's not
died
a death.
tragically.
It's not a death, really.
Oh, we don't know what happened. Maybe there's worse ones, it's just not showing us yet.
What are you expecting that frogman, on the floor covered in blood, coughing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Going, put me out of my misery.
Yeah. And then you have to choose.
Imagine. I hope it does go proper dark. 60% of the way through.
Press X to eat the frog.
Yeah.
What?
We're running low on resources. We have 5 carnivores and 1 very large herbivore.
Cat is hungry.
Also
You
this.
must choose. Oh, see, this isn't really in my radar list.
I played these other ones. They're on Rare Replay. We played it briefly,
Rare
the old
Replay.
version.
Isn't it? Oh, what's it called? Bike of Frogs or something.
Battletoads.
Battletoads.
You're getting it mixed up with other things from that era.
What was that cat one?
There was a good 5 or 6 year period
I can't think of Thundercats.
around the late 80s to mid 90s, in which most children's TV and
Biker
video
Mice or
games,
something.
I was going to say, becomes
Biker.
bullshit animal from place.
Or on vehicle.
Be it Battletoads, be it Biker Mice from Mars, Street Sharks,
Street Sharks, come on.
Teenage
awesome.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Do you remember those? What was the dinosaur
What was the one you
ones?
just said a minute ago?
Thundercats.
Thundercats. Battle Saws or whatever they were fucking
Yeah,
called.
because we had the things.
Yeah.
We had the toys. They were awesome.
Like, Korea Animal from place. Just changed one of them, and you'll get a game from the early 90s.
Can we skip this one because it gives me that funny
Fine.
feeling I don't like?
That is
have
the last
this,
of them anyway. I think it looks cool.
I
It's
have
a little
this-
drawing thing.
It's me. I don't like black and white drawings like that. It just gives me nightmares. I don't know why. It's not a criticism of the game. I just can't deal with them. That's why we're skipping it. But yeah, it looks interesting.
Yeah.
For someone who could look at it.
This, to me, is not interesting. But I'm sure some people...
Oh my god, is it Plane Simulator?
It is a plane simulator.
Tom would love this. He loves planes.
Microsoft looked at this. By the way, we
To be
probably
fair,
skipped
though-
some trailers in this, but Microsoft do this every year. Their entire conference is boring, arrogant man talks for 20 minutes.
Smugman.
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 James Smugman talks for 20 minutes. We then have two big releases.
Yeah.
With usually a guest star, and then it's just
He's everything else.
trailer,
Yeah.
a machine gun trailer
Yeah.
of little things that maybe it will be alright. They show off a lot of Game Pass games in
Yeah,
this
it
that we're
looks
going
like
to
they
skip over.
took a lot of effort to make this though, like make it look good and stuff.
Well, you have to. I mean, if looking at the environment isn't fun, this isn't a game, is it?
And the thing is, it's more of a like management, really, isn't it, at this stage? Because you're not.
It's a simulator.
You're
isn't
sorting
it?
all the.
Sorry,
No, but aren't you arranging the flights and everything like that as
I
well?
think you even are. I think you do. That plane was moving sideways. Fuck off.
Planes don't do that.
No, they don't. Maybe it was the perspective.
I wonder if you can crash them.
Oh yeah.
Like if you bad.
Do you not remember when we
flames.
first got PC, like late 90s, early 2000s, on our granddad's computer? There was a plane simulator, and the first thing we had tried to do was see if we can crash it and make it destroy itself. And you couldn't, because it just went boom and stopped.
Oh, engine went off.
And powerful cities collapsed.
This.
When the
It's Empire Earth, isn't it?
It's Age of Empires.
Age of Empires, sorry, yeah.
the page
Remake of old Age of Empires.
This looks cool. I like this.
Do you feel like you don't know what year it is anymore?
Yeah, because these were all things in the past,
Yeah.
and now they're coming back.
Can you think of how many, like,
They're rekindling the youth.
if you just looked at games that were being released,
Yeah, you wouldn't know
it'd
where
be
you
hard
were.
to know now whether we're in 2016 to 19 or 2000 to 2003. I'm not saying this is a bad thing.
Oh no, not criticism.
I like bringing back old franchises. I hope we do revive some of the more obscure ones.
I mean, they redid Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, which, by the way, now is super hard. They
They're
weren't
way
that
harder than they
hard.
were.
They weren't that hard originally.
Well, we did them as kids and we can't do them now as adults.
Like,
so they can't
I
possibly
can't even
be.
get past the first part of Spyro.
You're a donkey's age. Welcome to beautiful Colorado. Home to the Purple Mountains.
That's not your real accent, sir.
Of the Rockies.
No, it isn't.
Through colorful canyons.
Wastelands, this isn't it?
Personal with a
Wasteland 3?
rolling wild ice.
I like these kind of games.
I don't really know what it is.
Like little tactical combat survival stuff.
All cozy.
White girls dressed like clowns.
Yeah. I mean, it's... What's the other thing called with the aliens? I forget what it's called now.
Much to see and do in this.
I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, there's a bunch of games like this where it's like cover-based. Pick your target with your distance, it'll give you a probability to hit. And
Oh no, I don't like
you
stuff
can
like
use
that.
environmental stuff. Kind of like Divinity as well. That style combat.
Oh yeah,
played
Sin thing.
Divinity Original Sin.
Original Sin.
We played that quite a bit, which is awesome.
I was a lizard man.
Yeah, really
You were
awesome.
on
Yeah.
fire a lot.
Those who know Divinity
You
will know
were.
that the lizard man breathes fire. So let's figure out why.
Drop and roll.
There's no drop and roll button. What do I do?
How do I put myself out?
It was Wasteland, Colorado.
Yeah, fine. It's not
Looks
really
fine.
for me.
Please welcome.
Oh no,
Head of
talking.
Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty.
Can
Matt
we get it before he
Booty.
speaks? Also, we skipped over the Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, it's just making all of them.
Skywalker saga.
Yeah, because they're doing all the new ones as well now, aren't
Apparently,
they?
it's a new game altogether. It's not just the repackage of the other collections.
I mean,
It looks like a repackage of the old collections, but apparently it isn't.
to be fair, I really liked Lego Star Wars. It was something we played a lot when we were younger. On the PS2.
It is fun.
I always made you be man with green.
Apologies
Weird
if you're
parts
getting
of
dropping
But you've got
video
it too.
quality.
Yeah.
Ours is too. No, these dudes.
Not very well though, considering.
No, we
We
don't
like
know them very well
anime,
at all.
but we're not massive Dragon Ball fans. We don't know much about it.
We used to be up to the point of the fight with Frieza when we were little. We
That
watched a
big
lot of it.
lizard.
You'll
man.
see in here.
Lizard, white and purple
It's
lizard.
when Goku first goes Super Saiyan and like the series as we know it began.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
it is.
that's him, yeah.
It's
Oh,
the
funny.
arc that has been retold over and over and over again.
Which, do you know what? It's fine.
If there's a problem is that it is probably the best.
That's the thing.
Admittedly, that we don't know them that well.
But-
Other Dragon Ball fans will come at me. And you
The
may as
thing-
well, because I'll just be like, yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Yeah, because we don't know.
I don't really know.
But it's the same with Berserk though, in a way. That
Yeah,
they
we just
play
keep getting the Golden Age.
Golden Age all the time. I
Well,
mean, I really like it, so I'm not that bothered.
And there are bits of like, we did watch a lot, I've at least watched and read a lot of early Dragon Ball. And a huge amount of it is just, bad guy turns up, Goku hits him, and end of episode.
Well, that's what it is. It's shonen, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's
like
that
constant
for
fighting
me
type.
was the best fight I'd ever seen in anything.
I feel
When
like-
we first watched it, Goku versus Frieza was like,
Yeah.
action scenes in anything aren't the same anymore now that we've seen that.
I mean, in our anime collection, though, with all the stuff we've got, we haven't got any Dragon Balls.
No.
Which is a bit insane, really.
It's hard
We've
to
got
get
a Dragon
into.
Ball Z pop vinyl.
Yeah. We should go back to it, really. Like one of only 2 pop vinyls we have. That's weird.
We've got Negan
4.
and...
We've got 2 Walking Dead, a Cuphead, and that.
Oh, Mugman!
I like the Cuphead.
We need Cuphead, though.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, yeah, Dragon Ball. Some people just find it's the that same saga again.
But for them to be even making a game like that, people should be thinking, this is a good progression.
They keep making Dragon Ball games. They've had Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 and 2. They've had
But I
Dragon
thought
Ball
they were
Fighters.
fighting games, yeah.
Xenoverse were more like an action RPG.
Oh, right. Because I remember the fighting games that came
The
out.
Fighters and things were good as well. But
This looks creepy as, by the way.
it's one of those It does, yeah.
I'm actually finding that I couldn't play this. I'd be scared.
It's one of those kind of things where they're never going to stop making it because Dragon Ball series is like eternal.
Yeah.
Like the Dragon Ball fan base is so devoted and so in it that they could make like 10 games that flop completely. They'd still keep making them because
And it's like Pokemon in a way. Everyone as a kid has watched some Dragon Ball.
it's like
Yeah, haven't they?
like you said, we don't watch Dragon Ball. We're not into Dragon Ball, but we know what Dragon Ball is.
Yeah.
And we will happily
And we know their names, and we know. Do you know what I mean?
and we'll happily play Dragon Ball Fighters and Dragon Ball Xenoverse without knowing
Yeah.
the characters because it's good.
Oh yeah.
You're home.
There's also
Very popular cosplay as well.
also very popular, but also we don't know what the gameplay is fully like there because is that going to be like the 7 Deadly Sins game that looks like a big open world exploring fighting doing storylines but it's really just an arena fighter whereas you
I
fight
don't know much about that.
no it's why I didn't buy it in the end. It's because it was just like it looks really good until it's just Meliodas fight Ban then fight
I like Bam, he's my
then fight
favourite.
Diane, then fight whoever Hendrickson, and it's just a fighter,
Ah, okay.
but in 3D, and that's not that interesting to me.
Not really, no.
12 minutes, let's go.
I think it looks scary, like the Stanley Parable, but like an evil version.
I love time loop as a concept.
I find it really stressful, not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be. It's horrible.
No, but like I can't really deal with stress like that.
Groundhog Day started it.
Yeah, Groundhog Day, that's right.
I feel that we've built on that so much that it's now like.
This is weird.
I'm interested to see if they do anything new with that 12 minutes thing.
I don't know how far it can go.
The Steins Gate built on it a little bit, especially in Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah.
But that's because he's consciously choosing to go back.
Exactly that. He doesn't know what he needs to, because even though she seems to be dying at the end every time, will saving us stop it happening? He doesn't. How do you even know that?
Well, for him, he just decided
That's what he's going to do.
yeah, he could go back 24 hours, and so to avoid anybody dying, he was just going to live that 24 hours over and over again for the rest of eternity. And obviously, you go through the eventual problem of him starting to think that, like, because it does the Groundhog Thing day where there's a car coming towards Daru, and the first time Okabe like pulls him out of the way, he goes, wow, you could save me, I could have been hurt there.
Yeah.
And the next time he just thinks, what if I don't? What happens if I don't? What if I just let Daru die this time? Because it doesn't matter, because I'm doing it again next time.
Yeah.
Or he starts looking at the girls and starts thinking like, wow, she's actually really pretty. I mean, yes, she doesn't really want it, but it's all going to be undone in 24 hours. And then you get a weird moment where one of them looks in and goes, I saw how you were looking at me. You've lived this day before, haven't you? And he goes, what?
What?
And she's like,
Was it Christina?
no.
Oh my
It
god.
starts to get Zero, Christina's dead.
Oh.
It's the girl
I
who
don't know
replaces
actually what her name is, I always forget, but I just remember he calls her Christina.
Kurisu.
Kurisu,
Yeah. It's Maho. And she's also really cool, little lolly girl.
I realise.
She worked with Kurisu at the lab in America. She then comes over in the scene and meets Okabe and looks into stuff. This we're skipping because this is Gears of War 5.
This doesn't interest me
It
whatsoever.
doesn't interest me at all. Also, they've dropped the of War.
Gears War?
It's just Gears now.
Oh.
Just Gears 5. I don't know when or why, but they did. It's of no interest to me.
No, me neither, sorry everyone.
It's a big budget shooting thing. If you like Gears of War, you'll like it. If you don't, you won't.
Yeah,
That's that, isn't it?
good summary.
The Little Deer thing, cool indie game, we'll play it.
Yeah, like it looks like something that I'll be able to map.
I've seen loads of things like that, like the painting one. What was that one called?
Oh, the ink thing where you threw the thing to find your way.
Yeah, there's another one called Beyond Eyes where you can, where you're a blind person moving by sound.
Oh yeah, that clicky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Looks kind of like those. That looks.
Yeah, I like that.
Looks interesting.
It was scary as well.
You saw the
This
name
looks
of this
quite
game.
good too.
You saw the name of the game.
Is it that Daylight one?
Dying Light.
Dying Light, that's it.
But I won't let it turn me.
Dying Light 1.
It's just the Outbreak, isn't it, in that one?
In that one, it's the Outbreak at the Olympics in South Africa.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a way better game than it had any right to be. Because all it was like...
That happens quite a lot, though, I think.
We will have adverts, guys. Sorry, we're watching a video back.
Sorry, everyone.
Anyway, because it was just Dead Island, but then with a bit of parkour
Dead
mechanics
Island
thrown into it.
So bad.
Dead Island.
Sorry.
It's not terrible. It's okay.
No, it's bad.
Have you seen the PC shit you can do with it though? We only played it on console. If you mess with the controls and look at it in third person, it is like it's hilarious. We'll watch a bit. The Dope Lives. You guys probably don't remember Dopefish, Ladder Goat guy.
Yeah, I remember this
he played it a while ago. I watched his stream the other day back as a highlights thing. It was funny as shit. But yeah, it had no right to be any good.
World premiere.
But it ended up being like one of the best games of that year. The free running's really cool. They have monsters. The ones that come out at night are really fast and dangerous.
Oh, I hate that.
Like literally, like maybe 150% of your speed. They're so much quicker, but they don't turn as quick and they don't parkour as quick. But the only way to survive at night is to run properly.
Proper parkour.
To parkour.
Oh, cool.
It's actually insane.
Like I'm Legend, where they all come out at night and you have to hide.
Yeah. And you can survive.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
We're skipping this because it's just...
It's Chris Pratt's voice, I didn't even know. Lego's cool, come on.
But it's just Forza with Lego.
That's fine.
It is fine, but I don't like Forza.
It's good for what it is.
And if you want
driving game.
Oh, yeah.
There's not much else to it.
No, you drive around in a car. If it was a full Lego driving game with like smashing through like walls and stuff and literally building your car brick by brick.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
That would be awesome, but it's not. It's just look, we've got some Lego cars and a Lego track in Forza.
Which is cool, shut up.
It's fine, but
he hasn't radioed in days.
He hasn't been seen.
And then we've got this.
I don't know if I've got this either.
The last place
you see this thing on the bottom a lot now with Xbox Game Pass today. Because it looks like they got Keanu Reeves and Cyberpunk to be their big look at this thing. But most of this is about Project Scarlet. Obviously, we know the new Xbox that's coming.
Yeah.
We're not going to look too much into that because we don't know too much about it, and most of it's lies, by the way. Every time you watch E3, especially on these old videos, and whenever it's people talking rather than trailers, or in fact trailers too, put the caveat on of may contain lies. Because they always contain lies. Yeah, Cyberpunk is a big thing. It's mainly about Project Scarlet and Xbox Game Pass. Because they're stepping up Xbox Game Pass a lot. You can now have it. They're getting a lot more games on actual Game Pass, and they're letting you use it on PC.
What, a Game Pass on the Xbox on the PC?
As in, it used to be just on Xbox. You can download you pay the subscription, and then you can download any of the games off it and play them.
Oh, okay.
You can now do that on Windows PC as well, which is the next big step that they're making. Apparently, there's 100 games from the beginning. Oh, look at this. This is both the best and worst possible news from this entire conference. What? No, look at it. I'll tell you why it's the best and the worst in a minute when we've seen in its full glory.
It's a remake, isn't it?
No.
That was a remake of 7?
No? Oh, this isn't Final Fantasy.
Oh.
We're not kidding. No, you'll see when it's Final Fantasy. This is nothing like... This is a game that is even more popular than Final Fantasy in Asia. I mean, I suppose it is technically a remake, but look at that.
All free to play.
With obviously microtransactions
Oh, of course.
and what have you, which is fine in an MMO. Play it as much as you want, buy stuff if you want more. Like that.
That's fine.
That's fine by me. Microtransactions have get like obviously a big thing recently. Everybody hates them. Some countries are trying to ban them.
Is that the thing with FIFA and the packs?
Yeah,
that it's
partially that.
basically gambling.
Yeah, and where you can just buy things in game. In a free-to-play game, fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I
Go
mean,
for it.
yeah, but when you've already paid £50 for like FIFA or something,
Well, that's it.
it's
That's
a bit-
what's unreasonable. Phantasy Star Online 2 is one of the biggest games in Asia. It's insanely popular online MMO. There are anime, manga, TV shows made of it. It has absurd playership in Japan, Korea, and China. It's coming west at last. We finally get to play Phantasy Star Online and on Xbox. But it's not coming to Europe.
Team Xbox is to bring you the world's best games. Meeting
They don't say that in the conference.
What do you mean?
It's coming to North America.
Oh, that is well bitchy. Thanks, Phil.
Not Phil's. Or it might be Phil's fault.
It's head of Xbox.
You know what? Fuck it, Phil.
Yeah, Phil. Smuggy McSmug.
Fuck you, Steve Smugman.
It was your single-handed decision.
You made this
that
choice.
did this.
You did this to us.
Why would you do that though?
I was going to skip ahead, but with 30 seconds. It's, yeah, apparently, they didn't announce that at the conference, apparently it came out afterwards. I mean, obviously,
That's shocking.
there's no possible way to play on a US server when you're in Europe. But
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to do that. It's
you
stupid.
shouldn't. What do you mean, do what? You can't do anything?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. What?
There's no possible way to
Other than go
download.
to America, that's what I meant.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. Yeah,
That's
you
what I
shouldn't have
meant
to
by
move to
that.
America to play
Yeah,
Phantasy
that's
Star.
what I meant.
I think that's a fair comment.
I didn't mean anything illegal, obviously.
No, there's nothing illegal. You can't do anything illegal. It's not even possible.
Why are you saying that?
I'm not saying anything. But you can't download anything off the American or Japanese PlayStation Store
No, you
in
can't.
this country because
No.
we're not in that country.
No.
You just can't do it.
No,
But yeah, that sucks. I get why, because
that's not fair.
it's expensive to set up a huge amount of servers across an entire continent, and a continent that speaks.
Not us, don't do it then.
And it's a company that
Do you know
speaks
what I
like
mean?
25 different languages, where North America you've got 2 max.
What, French and...
In English.
And English.
And if you go to Mexico, Spanish. Like, and they don't even bother with the French in Canada because everybody in Canada speaks English.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But hey,
Front pocket in my blue bag.
don't tell them all where your magnets are.
So I'm just tell them where the magnet is that we bought on holiday for his mum.
This ultra high res trailer looks,
Boring.
yeah.
Do you know, I'm sick of this, mate. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all this. Oh, look, all this high action, like
Yeah.
movie style games. Just
Military
make
shooter.
a good game, God.
Exciting military shooter.
Yeah, but it's not exciting. I'm
not.
not excited. I've seen this a million times.
See,
You only bought one, Tom. No. No, there's only the one for your mum. Magnets.
yeah, but
Holiday magnets.
underwater action. Pew pew.
Remember, Tom, 5 o'clock?
Can't hold the breath. That one maybe did.
Every day.
Crossfire X.
No, boring.
How like generic a video game this is.
I know, yeah. Generic fighting on the water, on a building, in a plane. Yeah,
First
fine.
console
Boring.
on Xbox One. Timed exclusive, in other words.
Boring. Sorry. Sorry, military shooter fans. It's not for me.
I'm still waiting for somebody to be as ambitious as MAG was when that came out. It was the first game that had 256 players in a single game. I want huge, ridiculous, over-the-top shooter with vehicles and entire cities being taken place.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that, but no, it's just a normal military shooter like everyone else.
And the thing is, it makes money. It grinds out the money because people who like that
Because-
genre will buy
Because
every
normal
version.
people like it.
Yeah, normal people, that's it.
Where good people who are not normal, who love Japan, We'll buy this instead.
This Final Fantasy.
No, Final Fantasy's not coming till Square Enix.
Oh, right.
We're still Microsoft. This is actually almost as exciting to me.
Is it Dragon Guard?
No, it isn't.
She looks just like the girl from Dragon Guard.
She looks a lot like the girl from Dragon Guard. You're right. It is. You're right to not recognise it because the combat is so unbelievably different. Are you aware of the Tales series?
Yeah, Tales of Berseria and...
Tales of Berseria, Tales of Xillia, Tales of...
Yeah, I know the Tales things, yeah.
Latest in Tales of series.
Oh, right.
Completely revamped combat by the looks of it.
I thought a lot of the
Party of
Tales were like conversation-y type though,
It
you know,
is.
like cut in between.
It is. It's the skits is what makes them interesting.
Yeah, skits, that's it, yeah.
As far as we know, they can still keep
Don't
all
they have
that.
animal people on it?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. There's
But-
a guy in a dungeon, I remember that.
There's lots
The
of guys
Lizard
in
Man.
lots of dungeons.
There's a lizard man in a dungeon?
That's in Berseria.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's cool.
You were playing it and I was just hovering.
Apparently the guys that ruined the Tales series,
Oh, ruined it.
apparently, well, Tales of Xillia was like the best one ever. And then the last few have been quite bad. I like Tales of Berseria a lot. I'm going to break the trend, but Desteria and stuff aren't that great. Vesperia was good too, but that was a remake of an older one. Apparently the guys who were doing them have left, and these are like, they're revamping the series up a lot.
Oh, so it could go either way really then, couldn't
But
it?
based on that, it looks like a proper action combat game.
Yeah, it did to be fair.
Where the regular Tales series is kind of localized MMO fights,
Yeah.
which aren't very interesting to do.
Because it's a group of you, isn't it, going around?
Yeah, and they're okay but it's like attack with special attacks, time it, wait for it to come back, do your auto attacks while it does, do your next combo. It's
Yeah.
not that interesting. Where that one's like a Devil May Cry, get your combos and your specials ready, which I'm looking forward to a lot. But I'm really hyped for that. I wasn't expecting it to get announced either. Tales of Arise.
Borderlands.
It is.
Because there's Loaderbot character guy.
It's Claptrap.
Claptrap.
We don't
right.
like Claptrap. No one likes Claptrap.
I like Loaderbot though. Loaderbot was...
Loaderbot was in Tales.
Oh, Tales of
from
the Borderlands, yeah.
Best Telltale game too.
That was an excellent game.
Another thing with it,
Oh, what's his name? Patrick Warburton. It's really good.
always makes a game better.
Just like...
But
Proposal for them.
yeah, this is very Borderlands. The people who made Borderlands 1 didn't make the next two, which were Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel.
bad?
They were much worse. They became infested with memes and
Oh, meme
stupid,
infested.
yeah, and stupid like nods to "Hello, fellow children" type jokes, and bullshit that was just not funny and not entertaining.
Not funny.
These are the original writers coming back for Borderlands 3.
That's cool.
So yeah, big ups
Expecting
to
it to be
that.
alright.
Big ups to them. But wait, there's more. Borderlands Handsome Collection is on Xbox Game Pass,
God.
and there's even more. Borderlands 2, you can play as Commander Lilith and do a little set up for Borderlands 3. Which I'm not going to do, but it might.
World premiere.
Another world premiere.
God. Can't move for
Can't
world
move
premieres,
for 'em.
can you?
I'm going to reach for my drink, but I can't because there's a world premiere in the way.
Smuggy's throwing them all out.
Now be quiet as fuck for this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what this is.
George R. R. Martin. Oh, look. You're missing this. This is cool.
Yeah.
His arm's in another arm.
You could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance.
Dark Souls meets Lord of the Rings.
Exactly what it is. It sounds like what a fanboy of both series would call their fan fiction.
Someone,
Elden Ring.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Don't tell me you don't see.
It seems to be a begrudging return to Souls-type games for Miyazaki. Because after Dark Souls 3, he said Souls was gone, they weren't making any more. At least he would while he was at the company. And they've gone on to, like, go further away with each game that came out.
Yeah.
I really like Dark Souls more than the stuff they've done since. I don't even care. It seems like with getting George R.R. Martin involved in everything, then
he was like, no, I like Souls.
Yeah, the publishers at least are saying we've got to go back to what was super popular.
He might feel re-energized now, though.
Maybe.
You know, he's made other stuff, he's moved away,
and it's not.
And now he's ready to go back and make something like that.
And it's not his law, it's not his story, it's not his world, Miyazaki. Let's see what happens. I have very, very high hopes.
I hope it's good.
I hope it will be good. It's just how good will it be?
Oh, Smug's back.
Oh no.
Skip Smug.
Well, we can skip the rest of this because now it's just all Project Scarlet.
Which, it doesn't actually tell you anything other than it's going to run good.
Oh no, it tells you lots and lots of lies.
Well, what's worse?
Well, they say at one point...
You're just saying nothing, or lots of lies?
Well, no, they say at one point, you'll be hitting frame rates that have never been seen before in
the world.
Yeah, because we could go 90, even 120 frames per second, and like, do you know what hertz means? You know when you go on your TV settings.
Yeah, yeah.
The refresh rate.
Yeah.
144 hertz. Do you know what that refers to?
Like a blink. Like a blink.
Like what that number specifically refers to?
No.
That's how many frames can be shown on the screen at one time.
Like one?
144.
Not space for 144?
That's what I mean. No, per second, I mean.
Oh my god.
We've never seen 120 frames per second. My TV can do 144 from 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
Oh, right,
there are people watching this stream right now. There are probably people watching it at 130, 140 frames per second.
No.
If you have a good enough computer and a strong enough TV, you can do it. Also, I'm watching this bit instead of skipping straight to the trailer because this is the most disgusting, vomit-inducing shit you'll ever see.
Why?
You're always there with us.
Listen.
You are definitely not afraid to tell us how you feel.
Your feedback sometimes challenges us, but it forces us to be always challenging ourselves.
You empathize with us as developers and with each other as a community. It's really beautiful.
This isn't even the worst bit.
I'm waiting.
And I used to take a week off every time a Bethesda game came out.
My name's Mark Diaz, and when I was 8 years old, I used to sneak over to my buddy's house to play Doom.
Everyone played Doom.
I'm Rich Lambert. Daggerfall was one of the very first games that got me into the Elder Scrolls world.
I'm Dana Christo, and I started out as a 16-year-old gamer who just wanted to bring joy to others through video games.
Aww.
And now I'm game director at Arcane Studios.
Now I'm a game programmer at id Software.
Now I get to be a part of building that world as the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
Now I'm a UI programmer at Bethesda Game Studios, and it's everything I could have dreamed of. I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
We see you.
Because we are you.
And together...
Together?
Look, I was just waiting for the
Listen
terrible.
to them.
Yeah.
Oh, one.
What's wrong with that?
First of all, that's the game developers. I've skipped ahead to where the trailer's going to be.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, actually, no, I'm going to pause it for this one because this is the moment because we need to talk. I'm not going to show them.
From now, I've seen nothing.
Not this.
In
yeah.
any
Oh,
of
yeah,
them.
this is
at the point where
yeah.
I have not seen anything.
There are two other points in this conference where instead of game footage or interesting-looking Japanese man telling me about game, they decide to have about a 10-minute promotional video where we go through people telling us how Bethesda games mean so much to them, how Bethesda makes life worth living.
I don't want to watch that.
I was depressed and I couldn't cope with life, but then I found Elder Scrolls Online and went to, and it's like,
oh, good. People love games.
Then and it's so forced. It's so not true.
Oh, they're paying them to do it.
Yeah. Because for someone you just met on the street, they're surprisingly well lit and well mic'd. For one thing.
God.
Doing streaming, we've actually learned just how hard it is to get good audio
Do you know
quality.
what?
You've got
It's
some
so
strange good
hard.
audio quality for a guy who just stopped by to talk to you.
Yeah, he's not going to wait while you do 16 practice runs, is he?
And it's not even like they do that one with the game developers saying we love Bethesda so much, we always love them. We love them. It's like their families being held hostage.
They've got the gun to the head behind the camera, like, say it.
There's also a moment in this, again, I'm not going to show it, because it's just a guy talking for ages. But there was a guy at the very front of this crowd who cheered everything they said.
Oh, no.
Obviously, like a plant. The person who was talking. Not a plant as in a cabbage, although it probably is. They planted him there to be like cheering and hyping up the screen. Todd Howard just like walks in, just nods a bit, and he goes, "Yeah,
yeah, Todd."
Yeah. There was a point where they showed off one of their other games, which we will see. I'll point out when we get there, and even he didn't hear it.
Oh. Even the plants didn't
That's
like
what real Bethesda fans are like.
Aww.
Even the people you planted to cheer don't cheer it.
But they were painting such a positive picture of Bethesda.
And they showed 2 different clips of these people. 2 different montages of people telling them that Bethesda means the world to them and they love it so much. And
I don't want to watch that, like.
Nobody does. Nobody did. But we made 2 twice. Thankfully, we won't put you through it. We'll put you through something genuinely heartwarming.
Okay. This person.
The other person we must protect.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so many people. Wow. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Turn up a little.
And such a big stage makes me nervous. I'll do my best to speak in English.
Oh, bless her. Oh. Speaking the second language is so hard.
We are making a new kind of action-adventure game. It's spooky. That's not the survival horror game that we are known for. People are vanishing in Tokyo. You must find out why. You will encounter conspiracies and the occult. You have to explore the world, face challenges to uncover the truth and save humanity. In the game, you will meet spirits, some dangerous, some peaceful, and survivors that each have their stories. You will need to ask yourself, it is normal or paranormal? I ask myself this question every time I go to the office.
He genuinely does, by the way.
Just kidding.
I'll tell you why.
Just kidding. We are very excited. Let's take a look. Mitenet. Thank you.
Oh, bless her. Aww.
So, Ikumi Nakamura, sorry. She's cute as balls. She's the best thing in the world.
Oh, bless.
She was one of the lead designers on this. But she is also the protege of a Japanese game director called Shinji Mikami, who is the father of survival horror.
Ah.
He created Resident Evil. He created the Evil Within.
Ah, okay.
He has been involved with a bunch of other horror projects and stuff since.
Oh my god.
For the Evil Within 2, he stepped back for the Evil Within 2 and let a lot of the younger, really talented members of his teams take over the development, and she was one of the leads.
Ah.
Do you remember?
Evil went into Seabass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the camera monster with the legs that crawled around in that game that chased you?
Yeah.
She designed that.
Oh, cool.
Individually. She also designed Bayonetta and Okami. The super cute, like cartoony Chinese dog.
Ah, yeah.
One of the best looking games ever made.
Ah, yeah.
She's been working design on those games. So she is genuinely exceptionally talented.
Doing really well, obviously.
Yeah. Learning from the best person to possibly learn from when it comes to horror type stuff.
Oh.
Look at them noodles.
Ramen.
How'd you like those noodles?
Gosh.
I think when I tweeted, it auto-corrected mine from Ghostwire to Ghostline. I don't know why. I didn't notice until ages ago. It's a bit way later.
Thanks, you idiot.
But yeah, I was super happy with this.
Oh.
Look, she's trying to out Kojima.
Yeah.
And it's working.
Wow.
I'm down.
That looks that'll be fun.
Yeah. The internet fell in love with her, as you would. It was actually funny.
When I'm not playing Bethesda
Here it
games,
is.
I work as a mechanical engineer.
I work in a hospital. I used to work with kids.
I'm an electrician.
I'm an event planner.
In real life, I'm a systems administrator.
Program assistant for a private.
You know what? I'm
school
going to
for
talk a little bit over
children
them.
with autism.
I'm trying to be an artist. I like to think of myself as one.
I followed her on Twitter straight afterwards.
Systems that it's really boring.
Maybe permanently or
I made my eyes water her eyes then.
I followed her on Twitter afterwards, and it was fun. At the time she had maybe 7,000-8,000 followers. As soon as that happened, it was funny. Like if you skip off Twitter, going back on, look back on, 7, 9, 15, 22, 37, 58. She's got 125,000 right now, and growing at time of recording.
Wow.
It's because it's like all them characters I mentioned that she designed have been like shared and shown off so many times in fanfics and stuff before.
Yeah.
Everybody loved her, we just didn't have a target
Yeah,
for who was doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Now we've got her face and we've got a little
Aww.
poses.
I want to go there. And then you could go there, which was wild.
Go out into the world, go in any direction you want to go. The exploration and the weirdness.
Because don't do this.
I played Oblivion. I tell you, it probably saved my life.
It was one of my first experiences with a fantasy world that was that immersive. Love the dragons. Scatter the dragons.
You take down a dragon, you can definitely take down any illness.
Don't ever stop adding dragons to your game. Add dragons to Fallout. Add dragons to Rage. Add dragons to everything. Mecha dragons.
I agree with that.
More dragons.
Dragons should be in everything. Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
I feel like they announce this every year.
Oh, it's just a new expansion with dragons in it, which is why they put that guy in at the end.
Oh.
They're letting you go to Elsewhere, what it's called, which is the land that Khajiit come from.
Oh, yeah, the cat people.
Yeah, and where dragons roam free, and you can find and kill dragons.
Why though?
Because that's what Elder Scrolls is. This is the most horrible shit. Look at it.
That's not off Cartoon Network.
It was.
Oh.
In 1990.
Well, I don't remember it.
No. Well, do you know why? Because we were born in 93 and 94.
I know, but it would still be around.
I think it was only in America. Or North America, at least. But Canadian viewers, you probably saw it too.
Oh my god. I don't know what it's in. Commander Keen.
Commander Keen. That was him.
And the children,
No, technically it wasn't him. In this game, they're the two children of the original Commander Keen. Bringing back Commander Keen as a shitty free-to-play mobile game.
Oh.
Yeah. People, like... I've heard people say that this isn't just disappointing. This is mean-spirited to do this to Commander Keen.
I know, poor Commander Keen, he expected so much more.
It was actually really popular, but they've made a shitty free-to-play mobile game aimed at kids, based off a beloved franchise from 1990.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Who wins in this scenario?
No one.
The fans don't want it.
Certainly not the fans.
Kids don't even know who they are. Do you know what's
a Commander Keen?
Do you know what's a really interesting bit that you can look up in your own time though? That kid you just saw, that's the guy from Doom.
What?
Canon.
What?
That guy's Doom guy. Main Doom character, Ultimate Slayer of Demons. That was the Commander Keen guy. It was. The relations, it's either like they mention someone that's a relative of the guy in Doom, who's like a father of either their father or one of their cousins or something.
The new commanders are
You see him floating.
and powerful, but the game is also full of enemies, allies, and some really bad guys. The twins build wacky gadgets from household items to save the Earth from certain alien destruction. Drag and drop gadgets to summon allies, attack enemies, and move through the environment.
I'm not the first person to say it, a lot of people have said it, but this to me looks like we need to have we have a mobile game we want to release. It'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
We can't just call it new mobile game. What franchise do we own? Oh,
Commander Keen.
we've got Commander Keen. Is that a thing? Is that real?
Does anyone know what Commander
Does
Keen
anyone
is?
know what Commander Keen is? Some people do. Okay, this game is now a Commander Keen game.
Oh no.
A real-time, head-to-head race through an alien landscape.
Look
where
at that
you need to
high
control
speed
chess
action
lines
gameplay.
and claim the flag to gain ultimate victory.
This looks not good.
Fuck Bethesda.
Soft launch this summer.
And everything you stand for. Bethesda saved my life.
Spirit dead.
Paris, Nazi country.
Boy.
I may have an assignment.
Fucking Paris Saint-Germain. Fucking shilling for the Reich. It's Wolfenstein.
Alright.
Nazis took over the world. In the last one we fought them out of America. Now we're fighting them out of Paris.
Awesome.
As a cool pair of sisters/lesbians. Don't know, don't particularly care.
Beverly Steps there.
Stewardess.
That hair says lesbian.
Yeah.
But she's calling her sis, so
Oh, maybe it's in it.
maybe. Maybe that's what they're into. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what happens when the Nazis rule the world?
I mean, it's a... Okay. As first-person shooters go, Wolfenstein are good. They're up there. Some of the whole, like, fuck Nazis. We hate Nazis because Nazis are evil is a bit boring.
Nazis are the worst.
Yeah.
Who's the worst? Nazis.
But if I'm looking for a hard-hitting political thriller, I want more story than Nazis are bad, so shoot them.
Nazis killed people.
They did. Young blood.
Just enjoy life for a second, Jess.
Look how cool they are.
Very cool. Very cool. Not all static.
Wolfenstein's good, but I probably won't play it because I fell out with first-person shooters a little while ago.
Yeah, they're not our thing now, are they?
No. I'll play it at some point when it's...
Small taste of the world. Let us introduce you
Oh.
to our two deadly
How
rivals.
French are they?
I don't know.
Juliana.
My god.
Nazi scum. No, this one actually also looks worth playing.
Okay. Oh.
You may hear me say that a lot. You'll find that for me there's a difference between there's no interest at all, looks good, worth playing, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
3 tiers.
Out here,
This is the mid-tier.
in this endless, eternal cycle.
Sounds like Lee.
It does, yeah.
Lee from The Walking Dead.
I also forgot to mention it earlier, but you know, in Cyberpunk, the black guy that was in front of you,
Yeah.
a bunch of people complained about the game as well because there are roving gangs of African-themed gangs of all black people. Do it with like giving them like tribal names in Jamaica. They were saying it's racist. The developer of the game, who designed a bunch of them, looks exactly like the black guy.
Maybe he made himself.
He actually probably did. He's taller, he's huge, he's black as hell. In every sense of the word. He's awesome.
People are so quick to try bad flaws.
Yeah, man. But and he said that when he'd gone and talked to when they'd shown that off to people in those places to see like any ideas, they'd said that's like the lines you're saying in there I've heard real people say in these type of gangs. So. Again, going for that rebelling against technology that's overthrowing us all
That's going to be a big theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is on my side.
Deathloop. Another one. One of them trying to keep the cycle going, one trying to stop it, and the only way to do it for both of them is to kill the other. So, looks fun with running around gunplay stuff. Hopefully interesting time mechanics, because I love me a time mechanic.
Do you know what my problem is at the minute? I'm getting a bit exhausted of the same games.
Yeah.
I just feel like every game that comes on here is so generic.
Then maybe we shouldn't be watching Bethesda.
Nothing script, like the whole, like, last 2 hours or whatever, they're just the same games, and I'm getting annoyed. Like, I'm getting restless.
You do start to see patterns emerge. I mean, that's why when one comes out that's really special, it sticks out.
Do you know what I mean? They're all so, like
Cyberpunk, like, oh yeah, you know what this is.
Doom.
It is Doom.
Of course it's Doom.
Another big lie Bethesda tell. We're not going to watch the conference afterwards, this is just the gameplay. In fact, this is the cinematic, there's a bit of gameplay after that we'll look at as well. In between, they say how one of those big fluff pieces of it, oh, Bethesda great, aren't they improving the world and everything?
Yeah.
One of them is, we invented the first-person shooter.
Who did?
Bethesda, and then they show Doom. You know why? Because they now own id Software.
That made the original
Doom.
Oh, not sure that's the same.
Fuck off, did you invent the
I
first-person
don't think that's the same.
But yeah, that Commander Keen thing, that when it came out and they showed the mobile footage, did you hear the deathly silence as she walked out, even from the guy at the front who was paid to cheer everything?
I guess I'll be on all of a sudden. Probably because Bethesda's is so boring.
It is super boring. I mean, Doom is good. I'm happy.
Original Doom is good.
Actually, new Doom is good too. We played it.
Oh no, do you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
The film.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's made to film.
Don't get me wrong, The Rock is great. He's not a good actor per se, but I just really like him.
He's very good at playing The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock in Doom, The Rock in the jungle. Which is fine because I like him.
He was the best paid actor of 2018.
That's just madness.
Because he's in everything and he's always doing well.
He's a very busy man.
And they're always fun. I mean, it shouldn't need to be said, but I think whether or not something is fun should always be the standard.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it fun to watch? Is it fun
That's
to
why
play?
no one cares about the Oscars, because it's all like, was it good frames? Was it good this? But was it a good film?
Well, mostly it's did it make me feel good about myself for watching it? Do I feel like I'm a good person because I watched it?
Oh yeah, true.
Do you know what doesn't do that? Fucking Jumanji. I feel like I've wasted an hour and a half of my life, and I'm glad I did.
Well, Doom, I know what Doom is and have a good understanding of Doom, and I came out of the film knowing less about Doom.
Yeah. I still persist, if that film had been filmed entirely in first person,
oh, that would have been
from
scary.
The Rock's friend point of view, it would have been great.
What, just looking at The Rock?
Yeah.
Slowly turning insane?
Well, that's it, yeah. Well, that's because you can't have like a big name actor playing the main person and then be in first person.
Oh yeah.
Like you have all them like old 50 Cent games where like you get a license to use 50 Cent's image. You don't then make it first person.
Stupid 50 Cent.
You have to be able to see him.
That was
but if The Rock's the only like named actor and he's not the main character, great.
This does look good.
It does. But this was what the remake was like this as well.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not.
It's one of those two cases where
true to the the original idea.
I feel it looks like an upscaled version of what they were.
Yeah, I mean,
you move
this is quite the movement and stuff and doing your gun and all that. Yeah, definitely. But
oh, do you mean a lot of the time you were underground in here?
And you didn't know what you were going to open doors to, and that was the fear. When I can see them, the fear went away.
See,
it was the labyrinth type.
Early game in Doom,
thing.
It was like that. The later stages were a lot more open areas like this.
So that's what, when I think of classic Doom, I think of trying to find the blue key.
Yeah.
And get through the doors. Being scared to open the door because you know what's going to be on the other side.
Yeah.
Like exactly with the Minotaur and the labyrinth, that you don't know where he is. That's why it's scary. But I don't know.
But you'll recognise that monster, for example, the one-eyed thing that was breathing. Well,
yeah.
They were in the original.
Just like revamped, big style.
And not even that much. Like
fair though, you can't.
They look like a 3D version.
They were, just one big pixel though. Yeah. Most of the monsters, isn't it? Like that, what it was like.
Well,
everybody ran. He was like.
I mean, to be fair, that was
that weird gold man with the body thing. Like.
Yeah, that was Bethesda's first attempt at inventing the first-person shooter.
Oh no, it's no criticism. I liked it.
Did make that the first time.
And it was what, 90s? So,
it was, yeah.
you know, it was original games,
90s.
you know what I mean? It was like
Oh, it was-
the birth of proper games, wasn't
It's
it?
still, like, not bad.
Oh no, it's not. I play it now for a laugh.
I'd play it now genuinely, it's still super fun.
I used to get really frightened on it, I remember that.
But these are actually as fun as
That
the
was,
originals.
that was back
And you
when we
can see
we used to have to ask Dad for help on games because it was too hard. Last time we did that was Hercules.
1997, is it?
Yeah, that weird, like, getting through the gauntlet platform thing.
Yeah.
So hard. And now he
Stabbed him
can't,
with his own eye.
Now he can't even use a computer. It's crazy.
But they're adding some new modes to this as well. With like the online mode, they've got an interesting system where normally, you know, it's like
That's
four.
that guy, isn't it? They're the monsters I was on about, just
Yeah.
they're a different colour.
Yeah, you recognise that one as well with the big fat guy with the two big cannons.
Yeah, yeah.
He's there too.
Do they have them balls?
Yeah.
The balls used to come at you really fast.
They're all
well,
in it.
relatively fast.
They're all there. They're all there and more. But you know how in a lot of games it's like 4 versus 1, where one guy's the monster and there's like 4 shooters have to hunt it. Like that, what's it called? Evolve. That we watch people play, where there's a big.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Doom, because your character is this, are doing it the other way, where you have.
You're a big cool guy.
You have one person who is a normal player, and 2 people play as demons.
What, trying to kill you?
Trying to kill you. And they can use demon powers and stuff. They look like him actually. I think they're pretty much him. They can spawn other demons to come in and help him. They can use their own demon powers.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it looks actually really fun.
For me, I can't remember if Doom actually has a story or not.
Yes and no.
It's just kind of fight the monsters, isn't it?
For me, the best moment was you get to the very end.
All right, that was classic. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, bless him. Doesn't know what to say.
I tweeted it as well. Another thing I tweeted. That I'm seeing a lot more now that we're doing this. I'm just checking there's nothing interesting on.
Yeah, it's fine.
There isn't. There's nothing more E3 than guy walks out after trailer, goes, yeah! Pauses for applause. Applause doesn't come. Starts to talk. Yeah, starts to talk. Applause comes, has to stop. They thought he was now talking, so they've stopped. It's like, it's every single person.
I'm just going to run and grab a drink quick because my voice is getting a bit
Alright.
croaky. I'll only be a sec.
I'll leave the viewers with the wonderful Assassin's Creed 6 to 7 minute symphony that they started their course with.
I'm trying to get over all the wires.
It's alright, I'll hold the stuff in place. Yeah. Give me Dr. Pepper. Watch this beautiful symphony, everybody. Just what I wanted at the start of my video games conference. You remember this when you were that eagle? I don't. Building's burnt down now. Best thing about Unity is they're rebuilding Notre Dame based on it. The Greek one, I think that's Ezio. Oh. What? No. He's asking me if the symphony's bittersweet. It's not. Just kinda bitter. That's the Pantheon in Rome. I remember when Assassin's Creed used to be interesting. Okay, we've got 7 minutes of symphony. I remember when Assassin's Creed used to be interesting. When I bought the first one, hyped as shit for it. I had a bunch of magazines with previews and stuff because it was the big PlayStation 3 is here type game.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 was at the time really good. It had a lot of good ideas, just didn't really double down on them.
Here I am.
Second one got a lot better.
Assassin's Creed's cool.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, they just about perfected the recipe. Revelations was kind of dull.
Revelations.
3 killed the franchise completely.
That's a shame.
In every possible way. The game was boring, the character was dull, the story made no sense, the ending was nothing. It was a horrendous game.
Did you not like the game?
I didn't like it at all. They made a HD remaster of it recently, about like 6 months ago, that looks worse than the original. No one knows how, but they did. And since then I've just not been interested. Black Flag brought the ships, which was kind of fun.
Yeah, I like the one with the ships on it.
Unity, apart from being a
There was
mess,
Rogue and Unity, were they the two that were a pair?
They came out together. One was only on PS3, one was only on PS4. Rogue was on PS3.
I remember that.
Playing as a pirate. That was probably the best Assassin's Creed game since Brotherhood.
Anything you make a pirate is cool.
It was
Would you like a square of
It
chocolate?
was, in my opinion, better than 4. Yes, I will have a square of chocolate. But Unity then was a complete shit show.
No. Tell you what though, Odyssey looks pretty good. Like, Tom, we don't play it now, but Tom, who also lives with us, he plays a lot of Assassin's Creed, and he has his criticisms too, but he said he seems to really be enjoying Odyssey, to be fair.
Yeah.
Spartan kicking someone off a cliff, that's pretty fun.
The first time when it's a dramatic moment.
Always.
It gets boring for me. But no, I'm done with Assassin's Creed until they completely revamp it. Which they never will. But anyway, first trailer.
Oh, we're on Ubisoft.
Yeah.
London.
Probably the best one they do as well.
Greatest city in the world.
World.
Well, it used to be. Now it's a right.
The fucking state of it.
Got me fucked off. Extremist grand power.
Organised crime slicing up the boroughs. The war dogs are out.
Oh, I know what this is. Is it Watch Dogs?
This is our.
This is our.
London.
Power grab.
London.
It's all of us together. We're building a resistance, one recruit at a time.
Do they always have pig masks on it?
No.
What's that one?
Scouting talent, Bagley. So gob shut, eyes peeled.
Ah.
I have no eyes, and if I did, I wouldn't peel them.
Go on, Bagley. I'm told.
I feel like I recognise the voice as well, but I don't know who it is.
Jason Statham, obviously.
No, not me. Bagley.
Alright. Generic Cockney, obviously.
No, the computer.
Oh, probably.
Bloody drones are everywhere, kicking our fucking teeth in lately.
Then I recommend you recruit someone who can deal with drones.
Brilliant. Never would
I
have thought
couldn't
of
deal with that robot giving me this grief.
You're going to hear it a lot in this game.
You're clear. Sod off.
Right, easy. I'm complying.
Will other countries get that though?
What?
Sure,
The Cockney.
Yeah, it's massive.
Is it?
Yeah, Americans love it. Well,
Oh.
like you said, Jason Statham.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Whole, what's the director called?
Oh, Married Madonna.
Yeah.
That one.
Fucking
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie, that's it.
That whole scene. And to be fair, I love it too.
Is Madonna American?
Yes.
I forget. Come on, you stupid prick.
Yeah. Alright, mate, you want to go meet the Queen?
You gotta go meet the Queen.
Go get some fish chips, Mark, cup of tea, alright? I love it though. I love Americans making fun of Britain.
They haven't got a clue.
Because they're not wrong. And we make fun of Cockneys too. It is.
That's stupid, then get him to the Greek, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, let's make it forget Sarah Marshall. He's just like been killed by a shark or something, then just make them accents out.
Well, in Snatch, we're going to London. London? London. London. Yes, London. You know, fish, chips, cup of tea, bad food, worse weather, Mary fucking Poppins, London. Yeah. You can turn invisible now.
Why?
Oh, just can't. Because you're a hacker.
I don't know much about Watch Dogs, I'm going.
You hack computers and stuff. The first one was...
I thought it was like a mafia type thing.
No. You're undercut. You're
Can I make that up?
Yeah. Well, you're a rebel group, a kind of a criminal organisation.
Oh,
More like
yeah.
terrorists than mafia.
Isn't it in Japan, the other one?
You're thinking of Yakuza.
Dog Eyes?
No, that's Sleeping Dogs.
Oh, that's why I'm getting
That's what you're thinking of.
confused.
It's nothing even similar.
Both have dogs in the title.
Oh.
Oh no, I got shot.
And you got shot.
In the ass!
We lost Ian. He's gone.
Permadeath.
Further action. Later rest. That's cool.
Switch to someone else.
Obviously the old woman.
Of course they did.
Obviously.
I used to feed the birds here. Now they're all bloody machines.
Get used to it. In the long march of progress, everything dies eventually.
Eventually, even you, Bagley, I'm sure.
Now there's my Helen. Speaking of death, you'll never guess what.
Oh my god.
For God's sake, Bagley.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Then let's finish what he started. He was working on a new recruit, a drone expert.
That's promising. What do we know about him?
Albion scans.
This is a really cool idea, though.
I should be able to predict his next move from that data. Unfortunately, his records are locked up tighter than your compression stockings.
Are they now?
But this case should be handled by the Met.
Albion's even taken over Scotland Yard.
Albion the bad guy.
Albion is the big computer company, I think.
There's my way in.
Come on, Granny.
Hello, darling.
That's supposed to be Spider-Man, it's only got 6 legs.
Yeah. The first one in Watch Dogs was trying to be a bit more realistic, but with a phone where he could, like, hack into cameras and do, like, police barriers and things up and down so you could use them to escape from people.
Did you eat your chocolate?
Yeah. And it was okay. It wasn't great, but it had some, like, interesting ideas. And it was kind of annoying at times. A lot of mechanical things that would... Like, you couldn't look up while driving. So yeah, but to target a helicopter that's chasing you, to hack it, you have to look at it. So the only way to get the helicopters down while you're driving was get away from the police on the ground, stop somewhere, pull over, get out of the car, look up, take down the helicopters, get back in the car, keep driving.
Oops.
Right, annoying, right? Second one fixed most of those and became really good. People really liked it. And now this is changing it up even more.
Tom wants to play this, I know that.
Well, in the first ones you only played as one character. You had a named character with a story of their own and stuff.
This looks a bit more.
They're doing this now.
If he's gone in there alone, he's in big trouble.
The Kellys have this place on full lockdown.
There.
I have an idea.
London's fun setting as well.
Yeah, it is.
They did it with GTA a while back. You know, remember the first GTAs, like GTA 1 and 2?
Oh. I remember San Andreas, that's the first one in my memory.
That one's like the most recent on PS3.
Oh, I
PS2,
don't know.
sorry.
No, we used to play True Crime though.
Yeah, I mean the PS1 GTAs, do you remember? The top-down, like, running around.
Not really, no.
Yeah, they did a London of that. I feel like most games like that are set in America could do with that. This time it's in London. It's the one time when it's the same game but a different setting is actually interesting. Let's have it London. I also really hope they wouldn't never do it, but I hope they have 2 options for dialogue where you can listen to it in English or Cockney.
Oh my god, is that an option?
No.
Oh.
But if I were directing it, it would be. Do you remember the scene in Lock Stock where they're in the bar, where they're describing Rory Breaker, and it's the barman talking to this other Cockney dude, but it's subtitled because they're talking in Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah.
So the other night, Rory's Rudge Ryan rusted, so he's popped down the battle cruiser to watch the footer.
It's not hard to work out, is it?
Rory's Rudge Ryan rusted. I don't even know why Rudge Ryan is TV.
No idea.
He orders an Aristotle, the most ping-pong tiddly in the nuclear.
Why do they do this? I don't even know why they do
that
it.
That means ping-pong flammable, tiddly is drink, as in tiddlywink.
Tiddlywink
and
drink,
nuclear is nuclear sub pub.
Oh my god. That's good,
Imagine you could play a full game with everyone talking like that and
no
just
one would have a clue.
Subtitled in English underneath.
Yeah. They'd have to.
I hope one day, if that ever happens, I'll be so happy.
Reinforcements are converging on your position.
Oh, look, saved our mate.
On your feet, mate.
Oh, wait a minute. You guys...
Hope you're sharper than you look.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Same gunplay as the other versions of the game.
Oh god.
The hacking seems quicker than it was in at least 1 and 2.
Is it like, was there like mini game to hack in the other ones?
No, it was hold the button.
Oh, that's fine.
When you aim at the thing, hold the button, it does it.
I hate mini games.
Does the rolling help?
Oh my god. Robot's an arsehole.
I know this is the cinematic one, it's done that for the sake of it because it's this trailer, it's this sequence. But I hope it actually is that sarcastic as well. That if you roll 2 or 3 times in a short amount of time, the robot will just keep saying, does rolling help?
He doesn't know. Big Ben.
Big Ben.
He's broke at the moment still, isn't he?
He's always broke.
Well, we showed those fucks, didn't we?
We almost died out there tonight.
Look, thanks for helping me, but I can handle myself.
Can you?
Right. You think you're better off alone. You think everyone else has given up and there's no one to trust. That's what they want you to think. And that's how they'll take us, one at a time. It doesn't have to be that way.
Ooh.
Together, we can change things.
Sounds like they're going to a lot more toward the full surveillance state as well.
What happened to that bloke who helped me?
He didn't make it.
Oh, is he the drone man that we were trying to get?
Yeah.
And now he's got an earpiece like we have.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, so you're the guy.
Also, look at his Kensington Rovers Football Club shirt.
Welcome to DedSec, James.
Yeah. Okay, so where do I go to meet the rest of the crew?
You don't need to go anywhere. Look around you. Everyone has a reason to fight, and DedSec is open to anyone.
Anyone?
Welcome to the Resistance.
That's cool. There's loads of them.
Supposedly, it's literally anyone.
What do you mean?
Every NPC you see in the game when you're walking around the streets can join and be a playable character.
Oh, that's cool.
Really cool idea, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. Legion, that's a good name for it as well.
It is a good name for it. They did well.
Yeah, cool, Ubisoft.
It was a really interesting.
You're cool.
One thing, obviously, you can have groups of any amount you want, and he's going to explain it a little bit. Like, you can pick what your team likes. If you want to be a load of old ladies from Bletchley Park, you know, the place that that cracked the Enigma code in the Second World War.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to be old women from there, you can be them. If you want to be a black gang on the streets of London, you can be.
Old women is a good one for a spy.
Yeah.
No one suspects
Oh,
them.
there's a scene there where she beats a guy up. It's so dumb. And her movement speed is like crawling because she's just like hopping along with an old woman.
One of the greatest cities in the world.
But yeah, some people pointed out they can only have so many voice actors though.
Oh well, yeah.
For them, so
there's people doing voices.
The A team is everybody has the same voice actor. Get a team of everyone with the same voice actor, then we are Legion.
Oh, right.
Probably a near identical face as well. So it become Asgard's. This cannot continue. Near Automata.
Oh, right.
Be awesome. But no, really good idea. Really interesting game. Hope it's as good as it looks. But as always, beware of lies.
Yeah, you should always be wary of lies.
Because it might be lies.
Might be lies?
It might be lies. Some people from Cartoon Network are joining Psychonauts, I don't really care. Don't like Psychonauts, don't like that cartoon. So.
Don't know what it is.
So now we go to this trailer, which we have already seen some of, but this is I think, a more interesting version. There he is. Sanchez!
Test of a man's worth. It's battle.
His voice as well, obviously.
When those rounds come screaming past your head, you're gonna learn if you're hungry
You're
enough.
hungry enough.
Hungry enough to take that victory.
Oh, Sanchez.
Sanchez.
And we're going to battle with the soldiers that we used
He
to
was a bit of a dick in The Walking Dead, though.
He always is.
Do you know when he shot that fat guy?
He's a villain in this.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. He is a villain character.
That's what fat people are for, though.
Meat
Survival,
shields.
yeah.
Don't you remember? It was so brutal.
Because they're slow and tasty.
It was early on though, wasn't it?
It was,
so
yeah.
we were like,
They weren't even that big of trouble at the time.
No, they weren't. There was like one zombie. You could have just shot the zombie, but no, meat shield. You should pick your meat shield moments though.
You do. You
don't want to waste them. Because people stop being
People are
fat.
at a premium in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, people stop being fat because there's
People
no food.
are a resource, as Negan says.
Yeah, they are.
You've got to use them wisely.
Keep the fat ones while they're fat.
They even got his nose right, I think it's good.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
I mean, they should be at this point, but
He
still.
looks just like Sanchez.
But still.
I don't really know what his name is.
I'm never going to know what his name is.
I should. I saw it at the beginning of The Punisher every episode.
I don't know what most actors' names are. I know game developers and I know musicians, so I don't know. I know some actors, but I don't know.
I know like Brad Pitt.
That makes you wolves.
Do you think it's weird to watch it if you're the guy? You're watching it like, oh god.
Probably.
Suppose it's so different than Tom Clancy.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint again.
Assuming that's so different than being a footballer and playing as yourself on FIFA.
No. There he is.
Oh, it's a Woofer!
The third person we must protect.
Hey, I'm John.
It's
Oh my
really
god,
him.
Sanchez!
It really is
I
him.
didn't even realise it was Sanchez because I was too busy looking at Wolf. Oh, look, he's out!
They clearly asked him to come here and do a bit for us on the presentation, so he said, okay, only if my dog.
Doggo has to come too.
John Bernstall.
I knew that as well.
Yeah.
Now I've seen it. Oh, Wolfo doesn't like it.
To be part of the development of this game. It was a pleasure to work
Or it doesn't give a fuck.
Ubisoft.
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 That's how they pronounce it in North America.
Strong, tough men over the years. I've played a deputy fighting zombies.
Sanchez! Hey!
Special Forces soldier who lost
Punisher.
everything. And now I get to play Cole D. Walker. He's a skilled former special operations soldier.
Also, yeah. And do you know what?
So the same as the last one.
Generic American militaryman.
Yeah.
Cole.
Cole, yeah.
Always Cole.
Yeah.
I'm Cole Phelps.
No, but, no, he doesn't count because he was
He was
like
in the army.
He was. Oh, was he?
He was in the US Army.
Oh, right.
Cole was the name of the character in Resistance as well, where you fight the alien things.
It makes me laugh so much on
I'm Cole.
what's it called?
It's like I'm
The Cole
halfway.
Phelps one.
I'm halfway strong and halfway dark and cold.
What's it called? The one with Cole Phelps in.
Oh, and then what?
Oh my god, it makes me laugh so much when you just doubt and he's like, "You're a fucking liar," and you're like, "Whoa, Cole, stop!"
Because they made it up. Because it wasn't that.
It's so funny because you just ruin your whole game. You didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah. Well, do you know?
He's just like, "Shut the fuck up!" and just like, "Cole," he's like beating him with a baton. You're like, "Cole, stop!"
Sometimes in The Walking Dead and some of the other Telltale games, it was a bit dubious. In that game, they originally designed the 3 choices you had at every dialogue.
Yeah, it was someone else, wasn't it?
Believe.
Was it like
It was
question or something, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be like gentle, aggressive, or prove. So you're either really nice and friendly to them to get them to talk,
good cop,
aggressive and forceful to try and base it out of them, or show them a thing, look, this proves you're lying.
Yeah.
They then changed it to truth, doubt, or lie. So the kind answer to let them go through is believe them.
Yeah.
The forceful answer to get it out is doubt what they're saying is true.
Yeah.
And then lie that just became, prove it, I can prove you're
No,
lying.
but that's what I mean, because if you looked at them though,
And that sounds like a reasonable thing, but in the game
you'd
it
think
doesn't.
lie was the most severe one.
Yeah, it's
Because
not.
you're like, you're a fucking liar. Because then you click lie, you're like, yeah, that's what I wanted. Not doubt, because then you're just like, I'm not sure you're telling the truth. That's a doubt. Not like beating them with a stick. You know what I mean?
And it's weird that they didn't change how the mechanic worked, they just changed what they were called, so it was less clear. If they'd left it as, like, gentle, aggressive, or lie, it makes sense.
Yeah, because then you know where you
Because
stand.
you know when I press this, I'm going to be aggressive. But
It's so funny.
anyway.
Oh my god.
Where are we going?
Hilarious. Hilarious.
We're going 51 minutes and 55 seconds.
It was made like the graphics and everything were really amazing.
The face tech is incredible.
Yeah,
but
which is what it's famous for, really.
little
Other
shit like
than-
that is really fun. She's a community manager, someone not very interesting person.
That's nice.
Yeah, she's boring. She tells us some more about
She's no doggo.
how people are interesting. So
Oh,
there's
not
also
more people
there's
who
also a
got saved by Bethesda.
there's also a Japanese expansion for For Honor coming out, which is the sword fighting thing. Which
Yeah, I know that one.
which looks kind of fun. It looked like it was going to be a new Sekiro style Assassin's Creed, but then not. It's just an expansion for For Honor. But I skipped that.
This looks a bit scary.
This is the next thing. So this is what's making it kind of confusing with these games.
Some kind of psychological horror thing.
No.
Happening. Turn into a monster. Is that an antidote? So many questions.
Going into stasis.
It's gone into stasis.
No, he's done for now.
It's stasis.
Been stasis.
Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
He's a busy man,
He's
Tom
very
Clancy.
busy for
He's a
someone
busy
who's
man.
dead. And also when I
Such a
said
busy man.
realistic military,
Yeah.
I'm
got
infected
very
with the virus.
pink
I'm going into
hair.
stasis and become one of them.
Oh shit.
No.
Your head is very pink. I like it.
They announced like
I
four.
like it.
You've noticed they've announced about 4 different Rainbow Six
Bio
games.
Jade Adam Granger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think she changed that.
I'm part of a new
Bio
team
Jade.
in Ubisoft Montreal.
I am Bio Jade.
Exciting new mission. Create
Who are they?
Do you know what? If you changed it then, stupid person. If it's a parents, I'm really sorry.
They announced this. Division 2 stuff still coming as it was before.
I don't know what Division 2 is even.
They announced it on Stadia 2. This guy's hyped.
He looks like he's having a great time. Oh my god, he's got a t-shirt of a skull made out of cats.
Yeah.
That's my perfect t-shirt.
It actually is.
It is.
Maybe you can find it.
Awesome.
Division 2 is on Stadia, as we saw earlier.
Oh yeah, that amazing thing.
They announced that Uplay, which is Ubisoft's own little play and get trophies and achievements and shit, that doesn't work very well, or at least it didn't used to. Apparently it's alright now, but it's boring and no one likes it. No one likes it. All of them are partnering with Stadia, so you should be able to play all of them as well.
That this week only.
So at least 100 Ubisoft games are going to be on Stadia.
The Division 2 will be absolutely 100% free for everyone to play.
I don't care about this, sorry.
I don't care about it, but that's the thing is that.
And there's no better.
Oh yeah, not Far Cry.
You know, Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
You know,
Trials,
Heroes,
obviously.
You know, Assassin's Creed, Rayman.
Rayman,
All
yeah.
those games that are on Uplay.
Rayman Rabbids.
Yeah. Apparently they're teaming up with Stadia, so you can play most of them on there, if not all of them. But if nothing else, they've got a decent sized library on Stadia.
Yeah.
By the looks of it. If you like Ubisoft games.
Don't.
If you don't,
will be available on
there you are.
Stadia.
Okay, cool.
And that's the thing. Uplay Plus is now their paid streaming subscription thing. And then we get this. But it sounds like Stadia's building up a bit of a library.
Yeah. It's going to have problems if Sony don't agree, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
It is going to.
If they can get Xbox Live and all this kind of stuff on.
I just can't see. I don't. Like, whether I'm misunderstanding, but I don't know why Sony or Microsoft would agree. I mean, because they're going to win the market if they don't.
Yeah.
Surely, I don't understand.
Well, as we saw briefly at Microsoft, they're making their own streaming service. So they're probably going to be rivaling them and trying to take them. I can only see Microsoft winning that against Google.
Oh yeah.
Future champions.
My name is Stefan, and I'm a proud member of the Roller Champions.
Roller Champions.
Hello, Stefan.
Roller derby type game, getting a ball through a hoop. Looks kind of, from some of the gameplay stuff we've seen afterwards in the live lounge or whatever. Looks a bit Rocket League.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah.
Of players preparing for the big game.
Not a big fan of Rocket League, it's just another one of them.
But really fun though.
Yeah, fun just to, you know, it's not getting it engrossed and spending hours and hours playing, is it?
PvP sports game that is as fun to watch as it is to play. A game in which you, the player, can create your own story as you roll up to glory.
No.
It looks kind of fun.
Yeah, it's just like a...
It's a different, it's a new kind of sports game. I'm happy with it.
I guess.
We'll try it at some point when it's free on PS Plus, because it no doubt will be. Or Xbox Live or Stadia.
Yeah.
Don't want to try Stadia, but I feel like I have to.
But yeah, we're gonna have to. Can't judge it properly if we don't do it.
And then this, the big reveal from Ubisoft. Was the show.
Is it How to Train Your Dragon?
It is not.
It looks like it though.
Just a little bit.
Hello. Oh, hell. Very much, was it?
Not really.
I was like gearing myself up for a big thing there.
And then look at these super excited folks in the Ubisoft Live Lounge. Yeah, I thought with that backing beat he was just going to go into a full rap.
Yeah, I was like, oh, cool.
But no, sadly. Yeah, that's Twitch Rivals and Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
Boring as fuck. So now we got. But yeah, they did a bit of a fluff before that for that game that was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We got some Greek stuff, but we didn't get to do the mythology very much in Greece. So now we're going full on gods and mythology in that version. We'll see what it's like.
It'll be funny. Where's that little fox game?
We'll find it eventually. It'll be on Xbox Live. We'll see it. They're just getting on with it. They're just making it.
I want to play that.
We will.
I like fox game.
Do you recognise that?
No.
FF7.
Oh.
We're on to Square Enix.
Square Enix is a good game company.
But yeah, we saw nothing of Gods and Monsters, but it might be interesting. We'll see.
Just a little taste.
I hope they have the really dark Greek history.
No, they won't.
Help me, player one.
Oh,
Zeus has raped me again. Now Hera's trying to murder my children. Please defeat the Hydra.
Yes.
Yes.
I will. Cartoon style.
Yeah.
It's just what we need.
Yes, I will, woman.
If you haven't yet, go and watch Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, and that's what I want.
I've got to put I want that as well. Kevin Sorbo voice the main character.
Yes. Yeah. And then he could announce it. Awesome.
Oh god, yeah, that would be stupid. Fuck.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. Remember earlier when we said about cinematic games?
It's Cloud. I hate that woman at the beginning though.
Who?
That horrible, horrible voice.
Aerith.
I hate it.
We all like Aerith.
Do you remember on Kingdom Hearts? It actually makes me
Ignore
so
Kingdom Hearts is non-canon. Ignore it.
Oh no, it's so bad.
Producer, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Why are you remaking it?
Because it's the best game they ever made.
Oh.
It's the best game one of the best games anyone ever made.
Ah.
And they're not just remaking it, they're remaking it in form of 3 games. Each of which will have two Blu-ray discs worth of content. We now get a little bit of conversation with Yoshinori Kitase, followed by the American guy whose name I forget, and then a bit of
After 22 years,
Tetsuya Nomura comes out as well. I'm just going to skip to where we get some actual
gameplay.
Yeah.
2 ATB bars are displayed.
One second.
These fill up time.
What are you doing?
There he is. He's going to start training.
はい、本日はですね、ニールにゲームプレイを紹介してもらいます。
So, Neil is here.
There he is. Neil Taben.
Hi, Neil.
Thank you, Katashi-san.
Yeah! Katashi-san.
All right, everyone. Let's mosey.
That's Mosey. I actually like him. He's a funny guy.
He's not smuggly smug.
He is a bit, but he has right to be. Like this.
For starters, each press of the square button is a swing of Cloud's Buster Sword. Cloud attacks, dodges, and blocks all in real time. His standard attacks do some damage, but they barely scratch the surface of Cloud's true potential. Succeeding on the battlefield requires much more than just hacking and slashing. Cloud needs to be tactical. He needs ATB. 2 ATB bars are displayed in the lower right. These fill up slowly over time, but fill much faster as Cloud lands standard attacks.
Okay.
Once an ATB bar is full, you can enter tactical mode, where time slows to a crawl and you have the opportunity to choose actions from the command menu. Katashi-san, I've had the pleasure of seeing quite a bit of the game, but tactical mode never gets old for me. I could just sit here all day
he loves it. So good. Katashi-san.
Who doesn't speak English?
And he's like, yeah, what he said.
I think the audience would like to see more. Isn't that right, everyone?
Yeah, I want to see more.
But this looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Also, a lot of this will probably mean very little to you, but we did play it a little bit, so maybe you
I know who Cloud is.
Yeah, but what they're announcing is the combat doesn't work like Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy 15.
I didn't like that. Is that the one that we've played some of?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Where most of the attacks are automatic attacks, and you hold the attack button down to do it.
I didn't like
and you hold the dodge button to avoid things. No, this time it's when you press attack, Cloud will do an attack.
Yeah.
Press it again, he'll do another one.
Yeah, that's how I can play.
Because they brought on, it's way better and we're happier. And that tactical stuff that they had tried to do in FF15 that was just had to happen like quote unquote naturally. Now
I didn't like that I didn't know who was attacking. I didn't know if we were taking control of the other people or whether.
Now it's fill up your bar, then press the button. Time goes super slow while you choose what you want to do, and then you do it. And you can switch between characters too.
But you're gonna play as Cloud.
Oh, you switch between them because you can tell him.
Oh,
his name's Barrett. He's also really cool.
Every enemy has a focus gauge that fills up as you do damage. When the gauge is full, the enemy becomes staggered, and you'll deal bonus damage.
Okay.
Simple enough.
Tactical mode evokes the command selections from the original Final Fantasy VII and allows players to enjoy battle while taking the time to think strategically. For players who prefer fast-paced action, abilities and spells can be bound to shortcuts for immediate.
Just like in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. That confuses me though as well.
The choice of using them is entirely up to you. Right, Katashi-san?
Yeah.
Hi.
Arigato gozaimasu.
I hope players get
It's funny because neither of them know what the other say. Well, he does because she's got translator, so he knows.
You can also see the two little green dots in his sword.
Yeah, the little.
They're called materia. In the original game, they're how you equip abilities. You put powers into your weapons.
Ah, okay.
It was reassuring to us all that all the old mechanics and stuff are still there.
Well, they can't not. If it's that popular and people loved it, they can't
also
mess with it too much.
Well, no, but that's it. They haven't messed with it at all. They've just made it an action game, but with exactly the same everything. And more reassuring, the main thing we were worried about is this going to play like Kingdom Hearts and be quite simplistic.
He runs like
and be
Sora.
Oh no, Soraru's mum's like him. Or is it going to be like Final Fantasy 15 where it's not particularly enjoyable to play most of the time? But this has reassured us that no, if this was nothing but this combat system and not Final Fantasy 7, it would still be a good game.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's now also a Final Fantasy 7, we hyped the shit. When these big, long, aggressive boss fights. This is the first boss fight in the game, by the way.
The Scorpion Sentinel.
Yep.
That'll be alright.
Yeah. And obviously you've never played Final Fantasy VII.
No,
so.
I haven't. It's true. I haven't really played any Final Fantasy. Like, I've seen obviously the bit of the one that we were just on about. Obviously I've seen all of Kingdom Hearts. All of it. Love it. Love Kingdom Hearts. I didn't enjoy... Well, not to lie, I did. I got very stressed trying to find the Mickey Mouse emblems, though. Jesus Christ.
Well,
I remember when you just went in the bath in the end and just left me looking for them because I just couldn't cope.
I don't mind that though. I quite like that shit. Really.
You're like, Jess, you look for those. If enemies come, just mash the buttons, it'll be fine.
I'm still a bit annoyed about this because I know some of the sequences I really like from the original aren't going to be in it because they're not politically correct. They've already said they have to change. Oh, there's I can just tell you because it's not going to be in the game. There's a point where you go to essentially a little mafia boss called Don Corneo or Don Borneo, something like that. Don Corneo, I think it is.
Don Summit.
Yeah. To try and get information from them about something.
Right.
It's you, as in Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith.
Yeah, I know those ones, yeah.
And you have to try and sneak in. And so, to get Tifa back out, because he's took Tifa.
Is she the one with the short hair?
Yeah.
That you can open lots of locks with that keyblade.
No, that's Yuffie.
Oh,
she's an
right.
FF8.
Oh, right.
Oh no, she's not. She's an FF7, but not her. You'll see Tifa because the other big reveal of this trailer is we saw Tifa.
Tifa, right?
And she doesn't look bad. She actually looks really good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Boobs could be a little bit bigger to be more like the original, but I'm happy to say as she is.
I can live with it.
She's also got insanely small details on stuff. She's got tiny little skulls in the rims of her skirt.
Oh, cool.
So Final
I like
Fantasy.
stuff like that. I like it when they make loads of detail.
I do. But yeah, you go to Don Corneo's thing, try and get information. Aerith shows Cloud how to dress as a woman to sneak in as a prostitute because this Don Corneo owns like brothels and.
Oh right, like a proper mafia boss type.
And he's like obviously he's like a sex addict type person, so.
What's wrong with that?
They proper love it, and so Cloud dresses as a woman, and then you and Tifa and Aerith obviously join. We're going to do it too. We're going to all get in.
Yeah.
And then you have to have a thing where you pick Cloud's clothes, and you all line up and show off for Don Corneo. And there's a trophy if you get Cloud picked ahead of the two actual biological women.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
But if you don't, it doesn't matter. You all just go into other rooms with another group of men ready to have you. And then Cloud at that point he goes Cloud's. There's points where you can play along as well.
Oh my god!
Like Cloud comes in these. He's always this dark, brooding
Yeah, he doesn't have much to say.
In the original, you get a dialogue choice of "Sorry, I'm not who you think I am," or "I'm ready for you, boys."
Oh my god!
As Cloud sat on the. But then they all come forward and he goes, "Okay, enough of this."
Sorry,
pulls the Buster Sword out of his thing and just pops them off. You then go and find Aerith being chased around by a group of men trying to basically rape her.
Oh god.
That's the thing that's not
Can
allowed.
She not fight herself?
She can't fight at all. She's got healing magic and
why
stuff.
is she there then?
She's like getting chased around by these guys trying to rape her, which is the thing. And Tifa has a similar thing where she's almost raped by Don Corneo.
That's fine.
But there's a point where a guy chases Aerith up the stairs, and as they're running back, I think Cloud and Aerith trip him up and throw him down the stairs.
Yeah.
And he gets knocked out at the bottom, and then she says, "Come on, let's go find Tifa." But if you walk down the stairs and go and talk to him, you can see him just sat on the ground going, "Oh, I just wanted to be with a pretty girl just once."
Oh no!
And Aerith goes, "Oh, poor guy."
What's wrong with that? That's not bad. It's not actual rape.
No, because then it was like little pixel characters, and even then people were like, "Oh, this is awful. You can't have it."
Really?
Now it's this.
Oh
it's
yeah.
like a guy
Might
stood
be a
next
bit
to
of a problem.
I would be super hyped with that scene because Final Fantasy is
it
like
was
that.
in it, yeah, and you know what you're getting at the end of the day. Because, like I said to you, the majority of people who are going to buy this are people who played the original or know the franchise, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you know what you're getting,
But
so don't
also,
buy it if you don't want to do that.
People complain when you have this shit.
Yeah, but people are stupid, man.
That man there is Tetsuya Nomura. He is the father of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
He's got some interesting shoes on.
Can you tell he's the guy who just designed Sora and Riku? Not enough belts.
Oh, bless him.
No, don't bless him. He does it on purpose. He loves it.
He fucking loves it.
I love him. He's one of my favourite video game gods. But
the thing is,
yeah,
though,
that's
you were
going to get that
designing,
sign's going to get cut out. There's a couple of other little like one-liners where you go through a memory at one point, where Cloud's going to Tifa's house when they were kids and looking for her, and she's not there.
Yeah.
And he's looking for something, and he finds a letter on there. That's what you're supposed to find.
Right.
If you look in the drawer, you find, hey, look, it's Tifa's knickers.
Oh,
and then you have the choice of, this isn't what I'm looking for, or, yep, taking one of these.
No.
And then if you do it, because he's having the conversation with them, if you're taking one of these, she then goes, ooh, Cloud, you do that? And he turns around to the camera and goes, just kidding.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's just a joke.
Yeah,
Come on.
but it's a thing that they're probably going to say.
And I tell you what, it's not something Cloud would do either.
It's not something Cloud in every iteration after the one he was created in. It's every other iteration that was wrong.
In Kingdom Hearts, he doesn't even smile ever, and he has that really loud voice, and he talks like
Well, that's
this.
the other thing. Every iteration after, he has been through the events of Final Fantasy VII,
Alright.
and he has reason to be
Oh, people are going to die, aren't they?
Lots of bad things are
Or
going to
get
happen.
raped, or mutated, or trapped in a void, or...
Things may happen.
You know.
Things may happen. Also, there's a big discussion now about whether we have to be like on watch for spoilers for Final Fantasy VII that came out 22 years ago and is one of the most widely available video games ever. You can play it on any platform.
But that's what I mean. The people who are going to buy it are already fully aware of what...
And you obviously don't know the story.
I don't know anything.
But if you just don't like actively search them out, you probably will avoid a lot of spoilers. And actually, the main one of the spoilers that is the big thing that happens in the game that everyone remembers isn't the main twist of the plot. It's an important part, but it's not the big thing.
See, I don't know anything, so I'd be fine.
No. Also, Tetsuya Nomura doesn't speak a lot of English. We're just watching this for another 30 seconds because then another bit of footage comes up that we can see too. But yeah, FF7 looks like the combat is perfect. You can switch to be all the characters. They're changing it so Yuffie, the ninja girl I just mentioned, and one other were two optional characters in the original. You had to do optional side quests and side stories to then unlock them and get them in the party. That's not longer the case. They're now just joining as standard, which is better. And now you can't miss them, and Yuffie's really cool.
That's
Aerith. Or Eris, depending which translation you watch.
She has a terrible voice.
Flower Girl, as she's referred to at the beginning of the game. Because you have she offers you a flower, and Cloud either takes the flower or doesn't, and if he takes it, it's a romance saga. If he doesn't, it's not. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a momentary passing. We've also revealed that the first of the 3 games, because they're doing it as a trilogy this time, because it's that big, the first of the games will take place almost entirely in that city. Midgar.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir.
Oh, Cloud.
That was, yep.
For saving my life.
They have an evil version of himself, though.
Only another Kingdom Hearts. And
You think he's a keeper?
there she was.
I didn't even look.
You wouldn't have recognised her then.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here.
With the long hair there.
Yeah.
Ever won without sacrifice.
Help me!
I'll help you.
Yeah.
People are excited.
I like her. Cross slash.
I don't like people who are useless to me.
There she is. And that's Marlene, the little girl. No one focused on her. She looks really good too. She's Barrett's daughter. She's a big thing in the games and the films after the FF7.
I know we have to think big.
Look, that glass is sadly there.
But not like this.
Eggs and chips.
I feel trapped.
That's quite camp, isn't he?
He's a little bit. He's cool. Barrett's exactly that. He's great. We should watch Advent Children at one point. There she is.
He's too little to wield that big sword.
Yeah. There's reasons. But, she's also a specialist martial artist. She's like black belt and stuff. They do a bit in Kingdom Hearts that's quite funny where you only see her as Sora twice, I think, in the whole game, in all the trilogy. Like, she's barely in it, which is a real shame because she's one of the best characters in Final Fantasy. But both times it's just like him and Squall, or Leon.
Squall!
Just being shocked at how unfeasibly strong Tifa is. Like, there's a point where, you know, when you're looking for the entrance, Sephiroth. He's the evil version of Cloud that you're thinking of.
Yeah, the evil version of
The
Cloud.
optional boss in every Kingdom Hearts
that
game.
you can't beat.
The impossibly strong,
Yeah.
evil monster dude.
Why has Cloud got an evil version?
He hasn't. He's a different person.
Oh, he's pretending.
Well, maybe. You'll see.
He's pretending.
It's kind of a different person. You'll see. But, yeah.
Spider-Man. Wow.
That was the other big reveal. That's the Spider-Man film. Don't pay attention to that. Final Fantasy 7.
And Nana is ringing me on the telephone.
Decline it, we're busy.
What I'll do is I'll just
That's the
text
thing.
her going, is everything okay?
3rd of March, next year.
Next year?
Yep. Oh, look. Get to summon a Chocobo chick. And
Oh,
look
what
at
a
this
Chocobo
deluxe
chick.
edition.
There's the Cactus Man.
Yeah, Cactuar.
Cactuar, we have a Cactuar.
And this. Are they going to show it again? Yeah, there. Look.
Yeah, let's get one of them.
That's going to be like 200 and something.
Let's get one of them. We've got any space in some shelves.
It's the 4th one of them they've ever made. There are going to be some people who have all of them. I want to see the collection of those. And then they show this, which I suppose I might as well watch because it is a trailer.
I'm going to have to have a shower soon though.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. We're going out for Father's Day.
We've still got like an hour or so.
And I stink. So.
There's bits of this that are still okay, I suppose.
See, I get all of these confused. You know that one where you're in the woods?
Yeah.
You know that one, Don't Starve? You know that.
Don't Starve is nothing like this.
I think it's because I haven't played them as
It's
well.
in the woods.
It's like, yeah, it might be. Yeah. Bear Grylls.
I really hate Life is Strange. I don't hate it. It's just kind of like, look at these stupid pits.
Oh my gosh. I love the setting. It's so beautiful, man.
That's what it's like. It's it's so emotional,
I don't
guys.
know
Can you feel the drama unfolding?
I don't know what it is.
Life is Strange 1, the final choice of it was you have to either kill your best friend to save the town, or let the whole town die and just run away with her.
Yeah, that one.
It was a genuinely difficult choice.
Oh.
Because I don't know if I want her to die as much as I want everyone else to die.
You know what you just made me think of? Do you remember when we watched...
And all the way through, when I was playing it, I was saying to myself, if it gives me the option to kill this bitch, I'm going to kill her. I'm going to take it, I'm just going to run away, I don't care. And then it gave me, you can have that if you want, but then everyone else gets to live. Or everyone else can die, but then she gets to live. And you're like, genuinely don't know which one I want to die more. I hate it. And they left it to die here, because nobody gives a shit now that we've seen Final Fantasy 7 for 25 minutes.
You know what, though? You just made me think of.
What?
You remember when we watched Alien vs Predator that time? Because we were like, yeah, this'll be good. And then...
Octopath Traveler's coming to get something as well. It's on PC now, that's it.
Do you remember where suddenly they were just in that bit of forest, and then suddenly the whole city was going to be overrun and they'd have to bomb it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was stupid.
And we were just like, what?
Yeah.
That's what you just made me think of.
That was a dumb film.
I like alien films, though.
I do as well.
I'm a fan. Is this the Octopath thing?
No, I skipped over the Octopath.
Oh, right.
It's just a port to a different console. It's not a new game. Octopath Traveler's really good, though. I've got it on the Switch. The Last Remnant remastered. I've heard a lot about The Last Remnant. Apparently, it was good. It's on Switch now.
Sorry, Nana's texting me like, I'm trying to ring you. You're like, Nana,
We're
I'm
busy.
online. Damn it.
I'm trying to play my video game.
She's like, I texted her going, sorry, couldn't answer, just streaming at the minute. And she was like, I just tried to ring you. I'm like, no.
We know. Oh, this you might like.
Oh, anxiety, man. Why? Whenever it's something like shit, you're like, Jess will like this.
It's not shit, look. It's Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Oh no.
You don't know what Dragon Quest is, it's another, like, cartoony Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I can tell.
Worship's destruction has outlawed the building, cooking, and
Oh, so
creation of all
the monsters make you build shit for them?
No, they're not letting you build shit.
Oh.
All hope seems to be lost until you, a young apprentice builder, manages to escape the clutches of evil.
Yeah, this looks like something I'd play.
Yeah, see?
Why do we look like Dragon Ball Z characters?
Yeah, you do look like you and your mysterious best friend.
Yeah, he's quite mysterious.
Doff your mallet and club, unravel the riddles of this land, and defeat the hateful children of Harkon.
Oh.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is some art play.
Your true potential as a master
Oh, I got a big worm friend!
Yeah, this is your type of game.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You will have to master new crafting skills on each island, with more to do and even more to create. Everything in Dragon Quest Builders 2 is much bigger.
Minecrafty looking.
I was going to say they've expanded it a huge amount.
More variety and options than ever before.
Look at Crab, he loved it.
Help from the eager islanders. The world is humongous.
Oh, look.
You'll need your wits about you to get around. Run across open fields and explore ruins, treacherous mines, and spectacular castles. Dive into
And I think it'll be fun. I think we can play this.
hidden treasures. Climb
Oh,
the
I can do
highest
this.
mountains to catch the sunset, and glide home to rest up for your next day of adventure.
Ooh, battle.
But beware, monsters roam this land and will need to be dispatched with cunning composure. Luckily, accompanying you on your quest is the enigmatic Malroth.
The enigmatic Malron. The enigmatic Gale.
Oh god.
Use powerful attacks on the battlefield to take down monstrous beasts.
Bring me,
Harvest. You can harvest things
Oh,
too.
cool.
Work together with your villagers.
There's a big one.
Till soil, plant seeds and raise a multitude of crops. Be sure to customize the way
Yeah,
you
but
build
can
your
I...
fields to
Big
support the
worm!
crops you're growing.
Is he a pet?
I think so. I think he does the growing for us.
Oh, can you have pets?
Unite.
I hope so.
Big projects require big help. You and 3 friends.
Oh yeah, let's build a cathedral.
Yeah.
Cathedral.
Let your creativity
Oh,
run
birds.
wild.
Oh yeah, cats. Oh, simple.
The only limit is your imagination.
Yeah, this looks fun.
It does look good.
This is something we would do. Ooh, so another animal on the floor then.
Yeah, there was. Stop worrying about the animals. There's animals in it.
With peril, young builder.
Oh no.
Only you can defeat the children of
An actual game.
Oh no, you'll have to do that bit.
We'll do it together.
I'll hide in the house. That big worm looks like a cool guy. Yeah, that looks fun.
I think it looks fun.
Yeah, let's buy that. 4th of July, not very fun.
No.
Far away, you know.
And there's a demo from the 27th of June.
Ah, cool.
Try it out before we buy it.
Yeah, that looks good. I like it.
Witchy.
Old luminary. Yggdrasil's chosen. Well, you're the reincarnation.
But people recognise that very quickly.
I haven't.
No, I haven't. But I know what it is.
The luminary is the root of all evil and will bring
This is what actual Dragon Quest is.
Alright.
It's Dragon Quest 11, I want to say. Never really played them, but
Let's do this.
Oh, is it like a remake?
yeah.
I believe in the luminary.
I think you can play. Is it a remake or is it the new one? I don't know. It's one of the two. But it's. Yeah. It's the same. Some of the same directors worked on it who made Final Fantasy in the early games. And it kind of. Those two were like the early Square Enix RPGs that then defined the company and then they split.
It looks like Ricket.
Yeah, a little bit.
Grown uppy Ricket.
Yeah, Dragon Quest 11, definitively.
But well, I'd rather build stuff, sorry.
Yeah.
What does fall sound?
I prefer it to autumn.
Yeah, it sounds better in the fall.
Coming in the fall. Fire comes before the fall.
It does.
That's summer. So full of itself. They then show off a bunch of indie game stuff that they've worked on. Not very interesting. Oh, you can listen to Final Fantasy music on Spotify now as well.
Ah, Kingdom Hearts!
Yep. Also, I hadn't realised this when I first watched it, because obviously I knew already.
Is it the DLC?
Yeah, but like...
Told ya!
Imagine if you hadn't played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet, and decided, oh, I'm going to check out Square Enix's E3.
Yeah. You know what?
They just said, Luke, I am your father, in front of everybody.
I still don't understand what happened.
We'll play it again. We've got the DLC too.
Like, I'm so confused.
You can see there playable Riku, Aqua, and Roxas.
That's weird.
It is a bit.
Why would those three characters
Looks like they're expanding that final city a lot more.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
We were like that at the time, weren't we?
Yeah,
Like,
but why is this just the final level? There's so much here to do. But... Alright.
Sigbar.
I love Kingdom Hearts.
He's the guy, isn't he, who's in the hood?
They're all in a hood. Luke's
No, the
all-
one who was always in a hood, so you didn't know who it was. And it was a reveal. That was him, wasn't it?
No, at one point. No.
It was.
The one that had just revealed now.
You know, on the one when you're looking at the past with the different
I like the way that they have to
factions.
say it. This is DLC, by the way. It's not a new game.
And the way it is.
This winter.
We know there's a DLC though. I told you from the start there would be.
Yeah. But they're just telling us
Oh,
what it is.
not more emblems. Secretly hopes there's more emblems.
Yeah. They then do a lot on Final Fantasy 14, which is the MMO.
I don't know what MMO means.
Massively multiplayer online. Like World of Warcraft. It apparently is a really, really good one.
No.
I'm tempted to try it, but it's a subscription service.
Ah!
So I'm not sure yet.
Oh no, this looks terrible. Like scary, I mean.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's it, looks alright.
No, like scary.
Yeah. We have already seen this, I believe.
Is it Dying Light again?
It is Dying Light again. I'm surprised you recognised it that quickly. I didn't initially.
I'm very good at recognising things. Quickly.
Mirror's Edge, very
Oh no, I don't.
inspired.
First person makes me feel sick sometimes, you know.
You have to free run in first person now.
Oh, well, it'd be silly in third person. Wouldn't have the same effect, would it?
No. Well, I see like
parkouring as a-
Assassin's Creed, like.
Oh yeah, of course.
So that's
yeah.
what I mean. Assassin's Creed now I can't play. It's just not as fun playing free running in Assassin's
It's
Creed.
making me feel a bit dizzy, like motion sickness.
Since
though.
Mirror's Edge, this is how you do it.
Does it make you feel a bit motion sicky?
No.
Does me?
It's less so when you're playing.
Like you
as
said
well.
that, yeah, when because I'm always watching, so. Oh no,
Yeah.
building.
Spring next year.
God, everything's next year.
They all are going to be. One of the kind of problems that we have with a lot of these games is we're not getting gameplay footage for quite a few.
Probably don't have a great deal.
And the reason is that they're being developed ready for PS5 and PlayStation.
Yeah, that's true.
So they have footage, but it's footage they can't show us because they can't show us the console and stuff yet. So that's probably a part of it. And yeah, bringing back some old stuff. Romancing Saga 3.
It's quite a theme this year, isn't it?
It is. Been a theme in the last few years. Some really good stuff was made way back when.
Oh yeah, it was.
There is an interesting side to this. I'm wondering if they're going to show it. I don't remember now. Your choices matter. Wait a minute. New Lobster?
What?
I don't know. I didn't play. Oh yeah, this is the one. Be your own hero.
So,
not the usual categories, but the kind of thing I think I'll like more than you.
yeah, probably.
And I'll pick them up when they're on sale. That. Synonyms.
Synonyms.
We love synonyms.
Synonyms.
I love synonyms. We're just kind of skipping through this. There's not a lot to say about them.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like little snippety type games, isn't it?
They're interesting.
Not a lot
fun.
of comments to be
We'll
had,
play them
really.
at some point. Haven't played the originals, but I've heard of them, a lot of good things about them.
And they wouldn't be remaking them if people didn't like it, I'm
Exactly.
assuming.
Apparently those are bigger in Japan than America, obviously.
Yeah.
Japanese released until now.
Big in Japan. That was,
Yeah.
was that a song or a group
It
name?
was probably both.
Again, it just feels like the other things.
Yeah, Big Fantasy World.
You know, like, I'm getting a bit
This
tired
one-
of it.
This is a little bit different.
You know what I mean, though, don't you? That,
I know what you mean.
That umbrella of
Yeah.
games, they're all. But I suppose if it's popular at the time, every development is going to make
Well, at the
one
minute,
because
we
they have
have-
to compete with each other.
We have dark fantasy adventure, or we have military shooter, or we have mixture of the two. Like, that's what we've got for most games at the minute.
Yeah.
And that's what people like. Well, that's it. You're either a normal and you like military shooter, or you're a nerd and you like fantasy adventure.
Where's all the little animals wandering around building houses? That's what I want to know.
Do we have to watch the whole Harvest Moon or whatever the fuck it is that gets announced at Nintendo?
Run out of time, man.
Summer 2020. It looks good. Outright. See what it's like. I'm happy. Fighting monsters with guns isn't a thing that happens too often. Like, you get aliens, but fantasy monsters and demons and shit.
Yeah, getting a bit tired of it. Tired of the whole thing, really.
I don't think
Just
they
want
show
something a
any
bit-
gameplay or anything of it. I'm
Just want something a bit more, like, original, like, a brand new idea, which obviously it's hard to come by, it's not as easy as that, but it would be nice, though.
It would be. And they're good when they do come. I think there's 2 more trailers worth watching at Square. And then we just look through Nintendo. There's only a handful of Nintendos.
Julio.
Well, some of Nintendo's...
Reincarnation is the foundation of our way of life. We celebrate the lives we've been given and offer up prayers for the next. It is grief of death which shackles the living and causes the dead to stray. Indeed, there is no greater affront to reincarnation. So we turn our grief to joy as we send off the dead.
What an annoying place for an
What a great
advert.
timing, Spider-Man.
I'm not going to watch this just because you've interrupted this much.
But the souls of those who held back their tears in life still need salvation in death. A duty that falls to the Watchers. The Watchers sever the bonds that tie the lost
Oh,
to
is
this
this
world
that thing?
and send them off to the next.
Soul Reapers thing.
Soul Reapers thing.
They navigate the emotions of the living and the dead. They prize
It just looks like him.
above all else.
If it's something you've seen on Twitter or something, it might well have been this.
No, it's anime on, like, live action anime type film on Netflix.
Oh, okay, no, I don't think it has to do with that.
This is the story of one Watcher.
Oninaki.
No.
I think that is one of the most intriguing things of this E3.
Really?
Yeah, but you don't get that kind of gameplay very often. The life and death thing is interesting.
Yeah.
That in a world in reincarnation exists, mourning is an affront to life.
Yeah.
And then the inherent struggle that comes with that. I think that's a really cool thing. It couldn't be screaming, there is a huge twist around 35% of the way through the game. More than it is. But yeah, I'm really cute. That's one of my favourite things from E3. That's one of my top 5. I'm really excited for it. And yeah, you'll finally get to slay this. Recognise him?
Leon?
There he is, yeah.
/ Squall.
Squall.
Leon's a fair name.
It's Final Fantasy VIII remastered.
God, how many? God.
They've remastered almost all of them.
I was going to say, you can't move for remasters, can you?
They ignored this one for a while. Don't really know why, but they haven't now.
Is it not a very good one?
It's generally regarded as one of the worst Final Fantasies.
Why?
Apparently the story's just kind of boring and the characters go nowhere and stuff.
Oh, so basically everything that's wrong with the game ever.
But it has the greatest card mini-game of all time.
Oh, okay.
It's called Triple Triad. The way you do it is that you collect cards, which a monster that have a number on the top, bottom, left and right.
Right.
You then have a 3x3 grid. You place one monster in the middle. When you place one next to it in a thing, if your number is higher than the number next to it, it flips and becomes yours. And you take it in turns to do it.
A bit top trumpsy, but a lot going on at the same time.
Yeah, and the winner gets all the cards that were theirs when they won the game.
Oh, God.
And you go through the whole game and everyone in the world plays it.
Right.
And you can get cards off everyone, it's amazing.
Oh, that sounds quite good.
It's like it and Gwent are the two best minigames, like minigames that actually overshadow the main game. They're so good. But I don't mind FF8 anyway, I like the characters. But I'll probably get it.
We like Leo.
And this was the big reveal that you're kind of ignoring.
Because I'm not really that arsed. Because I have seen people complaining about this, saying it's ruined their favourite characters because they don't look like them. They look goofy, they're stupid.
Let me check it out. At once.
Right now, apparently, Derpy Thor is really funny. Apparently, I don't know. We'll see.
I never read the comics for the Avengers, so I don't really know.
No.
I don't know how much the movies represent it.
That's Derpy Thor.
Yeah. Well, I know all the actors as well.
Yeah.
Like most of them are voice actors who've done a load of stuff for a load of other games, especially Japanese translated. Like Laura Bailey is the woman whose name I don't remember. Whatever she got, Black Widow or whatever.
Black Widow.
Is that a joke? Did Thor make a joke?
See, I've got big opinions about superheroes. I'm sure we all know this.
Also, apparently this is actual gameplay. People were doubting it. It really is. They just removed the health bars and stuff off the right.
Like, it just annoys me when people are like, you're not a superhero if you've paid someone to make you a suit that makes you a hero. Captain America had some kind of like...
He had physical enhancement.
Yeah, as a soldier. Black Widow had a similar thing. And they sterilised her and all sorts, didn't they? So she had no, distractions. Obviously the Hulk goes up saying
Thor is a god.
Thor is a god. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Iron Man. I like Robert Downey Jr., which is probably why I like Iron Man. But then with Batman, you've just paid someone to make you. You're not you're a hero, but you're not a superhero.
But as a game, this looks like.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
That Iron Man.
There it is.
What? What? He dies?
Yeah.
Was that a memorial to Captain America?
But that's not how this story ends.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible or anything.
I think it looks decent. The problem comes with the other things they said afterwards. Well, for one was the complaint you said about they don't look like the actors who played them in the movie.
Because now people are so attached because there's been so many films and things.
And to me, and they do, it's weird because they make a big thing about having assembled an all-star cast to make this.
Yeah,
and they do a big interview in a minute. Well, they are big names in the voice acting industry. In game industry, they are big names.
Yeah,
but these are characters who were used to being Eric Bana and Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth and
exactly, yeah.
Scarlett Johansson. Like,
that's the thing. When you say an all-star cast, people will assume you mean the people who were the characters.
Or even if you don't, they go, the first thought with "we've assembled an all-star cast" is, it's not the all-star cast the rest of the Avengers have, though, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
They also made.
That's not great.
A big.
They've kind of set themselves up for a fall.
It's this lot.
So here we are, Avengers assembled. Who are you people again? Hi, I'm Troy Baker, and I play.
Yeah, I know him.
Hi, I'm Jeff Shine, and I play Captain America.
Hi, I'm Travis Willingham, and I play Thor.
Hi, I'm Laura Bailey, and I'm playing Black Widow.
Hi, I'm Nolan North. I play Tony Stark. There's certain characters I don't think you ever have to be.
They're characters who, when you play games long enough, you'll just recognise the voices.
Yeah.
When they say certain lines.
You know, everybody always portrays him as a super confident.
What was
character.
concerning.
I think it's a mask for him. I think he's one of the most vulnerable.
Is the two things that they said.
Bruce is just such a cool.
They said, when other characters come out, they will be available to everyone at no extra cost.
Right.
Every new superhero,
New characters?
every new region
Like what?
will be delivered at no.
Probably. There it is. All new characters.
Like Black Panther or something?
Like Black Panther, probably like Spider-Man, like X-Men maybe, who knows? Other stuff.
Oh,
but we've found that probably means
Is that we won't have random loot boxes or pay-to-win scenarios.
this is going to be like a Marvel Ultimate Alliance type
Yeah.
open world, just pick your character, run around in a subscription service type game,
Oh.
rather than a pure story thing that we were looking at.
Right. That changes it a bit then, doesn't it?
They also said we can't wait to announce a very big, important deal with Sony. Which, if everybody think, what Marvel game of Sony released recently?
Is it Spider-Man?
Yeah. So what kind of deal could Square Enix be doing with Sony about a Marvel superheroes game?
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man is exclusive to PlayStation. Probably.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting multiple texts.
So, Marvel's Avengers will release worldwide on PS4, Xbox One, Stadia,
On Stadia.
and PC. We got you covered. And we're excited to be partnering with
Yeah, but Sony haven't agreed to thingy, so how would that work?
What?
Sony haven't agreed to Stadia?
They don't have to. Well, that's.
Yeah, but if they're
Look,
partnering with
that's
them
what I
on
said.
it,
We've got a big partnership with Sony announced for something.
But
So that partnership probably isn't. It's not going to be the whole game. It's going to be Spider-Man's on PlayStation, but he's not on Xbox, Stadia, or PC.
glimpse into our world, including when you'll get to play this
oh,
It's
this is
the,
getting, this is
You
getting
see
a bit
the gameplay, you think, oh, okay, yeah, this looks
yeah.
good. Then you
This is
hear
getting a bit
things.
sticky now, isn't
Yeah.
it? Sticky.
So let's
Everyone's texting me, by the way, about what the plan is.
let's reserve judgment.
Oh yeah,
For the time
judgment
being.
is reserved for sure.
Come on, Tony, live a little.
Unbelievable. It worked.
I wouldn't want anyone to shrink me.
It's sort of cute when they're small.
Didn't doubt you for a second, Hank.
I mean, if they like do the whole
That
like
probably means
banter
Ant-Man,
and
by the way.
stuff, you know, like
May
the
15th.
banter of the characters and stuff, like that's what makes the Avengers films. Like the whole thing with
Yeah.
Thor and Loki, and that's the main one I've seen. That makes the film. Oh yeah, he was adopted when he starts like destroying the world and that. Like it's good banter, but like if it's just gonna be running around smashing stuff up, it's the you know, that could be anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let's see what happens with it.
I thought this funny meme, you know, about Smash Bros. I haven't played it, but it's like, why would you put Luigi in Smash Bros when you could put him in the Trash Bros? And it's just someone dropping a little toy of him in the bin. And I was like, oh, poor Luigi. Oh, it's that Spook Mansion thing. Spooky Mansion.
Luigi's invited to a gorgeous hotel with Mario, Peach, and
An invisible dog.
Oh, lucky him. Luigi's Mansion.
To be fair, we're not big Mario people, are we?
But to be fair, we haven't had a decent Nintendo console until now. Like, most of the good games that came out for Nintendo came out on the Wii U or the 3DS, and we didn't have it either. But now we can get this kind of stuff.
Because we've got the Switch.
Yes.
Certainly don't plan to move on. They're ghosts after all, and they're rather aggressive.
So it's Ghostbuster Luigi.
Oh my god.
Suck them up. Luigi's new Poltergust.
I don't really fancy this very much.
Suction capabilities required, and other new features as well. First, the slam.
Why are those balloons strongly?
They're evil.
Some damage. It helps to get other ghosts in on the action.
Match up the ghosts.
Next, the suction shot. Fire the plunger to attach it to something, then pull the string and...
I mean, simple action game.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's effective
Little Nintendo game.
ghost types too.
Oh, that stupid ghost, the kid.
Sometimes ghosts may feel inclined to gang up on you. In such situations, a burst should do. The powerful air pressure released will blow away ghosts, and it's perfect for when you need a little air. We simply can't overlook the latest invention from Professor Egad, namely Gooigi. Change between Luigi and Gooigi to use both their skills. Gooigi can do everything from slipping through metal fences to walking on spikes. Indeed, there are obstacles too great for Luigi to handle on his own. And if you pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend...
Oh, I could be Gooigi.
Yeah.
Proceed with
oh no, he's gonna sit down there.
Water definitely
oh.
Now please direct your attention to the scare screen.
Defo one Ferrara horror game.
Yeah.
How many Gooichis are there?
Defeat all ghosts before time runs out.
Oh, look up tail.
Little Mario Party stuff.
And face any challenges the tower
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. The little things with the hat.
Don't worry about it.
What a place to wake up in. A haunted hotel. Floor after floor of oddities. Many traps and mischievous ghosts lurk within. What will befall our
oh no, they've trapped them in paintings.
And his dear brother Luigi. Their fate rests in your hand.
Wait, Luigi's the purple one.
Waluigi, yeah, is the evil purple one.
Luigi is Mario's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luigi.
So
what was that joke about Mario that you really like?
I personally love.
Oh yeah. What kind of overalls does Mario wear? Denim. Best joke ever.
That is a good joke.
It's a top joke.
I like it.
This will mean nothing to you, but people are hyped for it.
Okay. Is it Zelda?
No.
Halt!
In association with Square Enix.
Action RPG Trials of Mana is getting a global release on Nintendo
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy it.
Destiny in motion with the power of mana. Trials of Mana.
The Mana Saga is a... They're very well regarded.
Okay.
And here they are. likes his like way back when starting off games.
First time available outside Japan.
Oh, what's this?
I'm looking for.
Oh, you know, it's only 30 seconds. This is The Witcher 3.
Is that the one you just bought for like an earlier version?
On PC, it's just on Switch now. Runs a lot worse than it does on the others, but handheld.
Yeah.
So
that's the main benefit, isn't it? The Switch. Like
I'm doing a balancing gesture.
Yeah.
It's worth. There you go.
There it is.
That's the gesture I just did.
Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Like a class reunion?
You will come, won't you? Years ago, we fought here as classmates.
As big class reunions go, this one's gotta be the worst in history. What should we do, Teach?
Kill every last one of them!
Weird how swords that break apart work, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't in real life.
No, they don't, of course.
Whip sword is awesome.
They work in the same way that repeating crossbow works. They don't.
The power of anime.
We have no choice but to eliminate those who cling to unreasonable ideas of justice.
Fire Emblem, you also never played? Also a big JRPG series along the lines of Trials and... Trials? Not Trials at all. Tales and Fire Emblem.
Say Trials isn't there?
Trials is kind of a motorbike thing.
Going uphill on a motorbike most of the time. Open your true hearts. So Japan.
So Japan. Have you ever seen anything as Japan as this? Because I haven't. Actually, that's not true.
Every time I think I've seen Japan the most,
something more Japan comes along.
Happens.
And as it should be.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, not a criticism.
Coming out in July, so
that's fine.
For all I was worried that there weren't that many games coming out this year that I wanted, this conference has padded them out somewhat.
Nintendo quite like wholesome, isn't it?
Yes. Getting less so though, which is good because they get more.
Like
The Witcher has full nudity in it.
Oh God.
Yeah. One of the things that makes it interesting.
If not, is the Empire striking back or what? Looks like things are gonna get weird today.
What a cliche, man.
Yeah.
What's this one?
I was going to say see if you can guess, but there's no way in hell you would ever be able to guess it because you don't know anything about the series.
Oh, well. I definitely won't be able to then.
It's called No More Heroes. You've probably seen it advertised on things, but
all yoked and powerful and trying to take over the world or something.
kind of parody of superhero type guy.
Thinks he's obviously super cool.
Yeah.
But don't you worry. A hero descends. What? There are no heroes in this world? Oh, but there totally are. My name is Travis Touchdown. I'm the last hero around, here to save the world. I'm also just a passing assassin. Now let's do this. Start the game.
Okay.
Those two are really good. It's written by Suda51. I don't know if you recognise that name. He has done such fabulous works as super fun dude.
This is Kaiser. He led an elite team of Conquerors during war. Hungry bees. HB is actually a cyborg. I love him so much.
The fierce strength of the bear.
And her alien gut bucket. They survived by merging together during the alien wars. The gentleman, the sweetest bug you'll ever meet. Soiled by up.
I'm gonna be the panda. You could be the bug.
Battle aliens.
Kill everything!
Save the world.
Oh. Cool.
What a fucking video game.
Why panda?
Why not? Japan loves pandas.
Everyone loves pandas, to be fair.
More than China. Contra Rogar. December 24th. Local wireless call.
Cool.
Need 4 switches though, clearly.
No one can afford that
and then
shit.
the full series of Contra.
Ah.
Today.
Wow.
Again, a series we're a bit too young to remember, but used to be. This is actually another of my top 5 things from E3, I think. Yeah, it is. Odometers.
I've arrived.
Don't give up.
Begin the mission.
It's your call, rookie.
The battle's already started?
Do you recognise it? The partly?
No, I just saw it.
You think it looks good?
Yeah. Aren't enough games where you have a Gundam.
Again? Big world fighting stuff.
Yeah.
Like, come on guys, we want something cool, we want something new.
I just like this, like fast-paced combat is something I like a lot, and you don't get too much of it.
I just feel a bit exhausted with it all. Like, and I'm annoyed because there are so many
And it's called
other
Demon Ex Machina.
There's so many other ideas to be had, I'm sure of it.
It's already a franchise, by the way, outside of the game. This might be more your street.
Okay. Big dragonfly.
Yep. Just flying on a dragon.
A bit hard still.
Having fun. Panzer Dragoon.
Oh god.
It'll be fun.
A Panzer Dragoon. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Konnichiwa. Hello, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. Earlier this month, we held a Pokemon Direct for the
I've been waiting for
Very
you.
exaggerated, wasn't he?
Earth is currently under
Another in that top 5.
Chimeras, like the ones you've just seen for the first time.
We were kind of disappointed that we were missing one particular platinum game. Bale 3. We didn't get to see it this year. But they showed us this instead.
Okay. Is it still in the works like?
Yeah.
The ultimate counter-chimeric weapon. By neurologically syncing captured chimeras with human operators, we established control and made powerful allies. I'm referring, of course, to the Legions.
Bayonetta-style big combo action.
Yeah.
Character action game.
Over the top of fuck.
Cute-looking Japanese girl.
When a Legionis and a Legion are perfectly synchronized, it's like
Shooting, riding, jumping stuff. Clearly a couple of mechanics taken from Bayonetta.
Yeah.
And when half of that body is about to die, the Legion's survival instincts kick in to save it.
No way. There's no way. What good could this possibly be?
It's a long shot, but it's the only shot we have. It's all up to you, my friend.
A blessing from the Legion. Or maybe I should say, a curse.
We can't turn back now.
I've got to know the whole truth.
Oh, sacrifice.
Astral chair.
I know he is.
And sounds like an interesting story as well, with some hidden truths behind it. And Platinum games always play better than anything else in the world, so it'll be fun. Bullets. Not a lot here that you'll enjoy playing though.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit like, yeah, no, this isn't for me.
No. Annoyingly, the two things that you will play, that they showed by far the most of anything, aren't actually in the conference, and we won't have time to show it. Because they did this Nintendo presentation, it's about half an hour. They then had a good hour and a quarter of Nintendo.
That's a 2-hour thing on the bottom there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They had an extra hour and a quarter.
Can we go to the bits I like?
They had all of this, where all of this early moment showing off the new Pokemon, Sun and Moon.
I'm not bothered about that.
Sword and Shield.
I'm not. It's not Gen 1, you know. After like.
And then that's Harvest Moon. That you would like as well.
Some children's game.
Yes, that's correct.
They deserve something much worse.
A stereo.
Even with this stone at my command, this may not be a battle we can win.
It's a different Marvel thing.
Whatever's happening, we can beat it.
Spencer Camp.
Yeah.
Original Doc Ock there as well.
Good Doc Ock. Knight Rider.
Bit random.
Yeah.
They will pay for what they've done.
Electra.
All hope is fleeting in the face of Thanos.
Again, it's another big groupie fighty thing.
She had a mediocre film in the early 20s. Early 2000s, that is. I remember who played it now.
That's Rocket.
The Guardians of the Galaxy. Original Guardians of the Galaxy, actually. Thanos.
Yeah, it's another big group fighty thing.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. Let's see, when we saw the Avengers game and they said every new character that comes will be available into it. It's going the Warriors Square Enix's one is just going to be a higher resolution version of that.
Yeah. Looks like it, doesn't it?
It does look it. It does sound it. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's just like we have a huge long campaign and every new character that comes will have their own moveset and stuff to play around with. But this isn't my thing, but I'm really interested. I find really interesting. The music and Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, I hate being in the middle of all the plans.
Play to the beat.
Oh my god, can you... This looks fun.
Oh, this is your favourite thing.
Yeah.
You already know what it is.
Can you do hammer? That's the question.
Probably not. You can surf.
I'm always a little crocodile thing.
Yoshi. Knuckles is here. Olympic sports. Each fighting Tails. Wall climbing. Bowser. Boxing. Horse riding. Javelin, swimming. American football, apparently. Fencing, badminton, football.
Gymnastics.
Rhythmic gymnastics. Tokyo 2020 Olympics, but Mario and Sonic.
Oh god.
They have to have them.
That'll be fun.
So,
one of them.
what do you think so far?
Now
Now for some follow-up information on a game that fans have been waiting for. Please take a look.
Your attention, please. The Nook Inc. Getaway Package charter flight will soon be arriving
Oh
at the
yeah,
deserted
we'll
island.
show you this because you might be interested.
Oh my god, raccoon people. Oh.
Same core concept, Minecraft Ark, whatever.
Oh, looks cute.
Very chill game.
Yeah, I like stuff like this. Oh god, she's gonna be on there. Fox and ram person!
Snow comes.
The person.
Harvesting your flowers. Building a little town.
Aww.
Animal Crossing. You ever played Animal Crossing?
No, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fun.
They showed about 40 minutes of gameplay in the Nintendo Treehouse thing afterwards.
Originally, we announced this title as a 2019 release. However, we need to change its release date to March 20th of 2020. To ensure that the game is the best it can be, we must ask you to wait a little longer than we thought. We hope you...
Double clicking for?
Didn't mean to.
That's so aggressive.
And the next big release after that was Banjo-Kazooie's coming to Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Everyone's happy, I don't care. I don't like Banjo-Kazooie and Smash is fine. I don't play it enough for it to be worth.
Show me the little animal thing then.
What little animal thing?
That one at the end that you said we don't have time for.
That was it.
Oh.
Animal.
That thing that's at the end that we haven't got enough time for.
Yeah, the 40 minutes worth.
It's just Animal Crossing in detail.
In mass detail.
Oh.
There's also about 35 minutes of Pokemon. Sun and Moon. Not Sun and Moon. Why do I keep saying Sun and Moon?
Why do you keep saying Sun and Moon?
Sword and Shield. They're all the same.
Yeah, they are.
Oh no, this one is slightly worse.
Why?
Because you know how people, on all your Nintendo consoles, you can collect the Pokemon that you have, store them in a kind of collective dex, or whatever it's called, like a pack, and then use them in the later games too.
Yeah.
You can download ones from Gold and Silver in Sun and Moon or whatever. Not all of the Pokemon are available in Sword and Shield.
Why?
It's the first time they've done it where not all the others are available.
Why?
They've said for balance issues within the game.
Okay.
But Pokemon's unbalanced as fuck, so that's a lie. They just can't be bothered to animate them all because it's now new quality
Just
graphics and
stick
stuff.
to first gen and we'll all be happy. We love first gen.
won't.
It's the classic.
And that's another
the
big
original.
thing. Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out.
Don't play that either, do we?
I played it. It's good. I didn't
Zelda
think it would get a direct sequel, but it did. I'm not a big Zelda fan, no, but Breath of the Wild's fine.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to E3.
Then we get these men talking at us.
Awesome.
Until we see some Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't really know many past Gen 3, and even then I'm here.
Well, these are a whole new gen anyway, set in not England, if you remember.
Oh, I'm not going to buy this, sorry.
So this is actually Masuda-san playing right next to us. He's playing the Gloria character there, but
I just want the originals. I love the first 150.
Play the originals.
That's what I'm doing. That's why when they released Pikachu and Eevee, it was like, yes, this is great. This is exactly what we wanted. But it took me about a week to complete the whole thing.
And that is more or less
E3.
E3. So.
Thanks E3. Lots of fighting open world shit. That's about it. Things of interest, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasies, Watch Dogs.
Let's see. Yeah, Watch Dogs, FF7, Astral Chain that we just saw.
Yeah, a few of those.
I'm big up on that.
Japanesey ones that you like.
Yeah. What else got shown off at Microsoft? A bunch of Tom Clancy's. I'm not interested
Generic Tom Clancy.
Generic military shooter thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, of course, yeah.
That was a good one. The best thing about that is
Didn't see much of that though.
No, but we saw enough to know what it's about.
Yeah.
They said in the interviews afterwards as well that it's going to be a lot more open world than the others.
Okay.
It's not linear the way that almost every other Souls game is. It's going to be big.
That would be
not good. Towns, we don't think, in that sense.
Like village type.
Maybe village. Maybe village.
They're like Elder Scrolls ones.
Less like Elder Scrolls. More like, imagine if Dark Souls was a real world, where there's a city that's the main city, and then just nothing.
Oh, okay.
Just the odd little outpost where some people are,
right?
If that. The best thing about it is that because Miyazaki's working with him, George R. R. Martin actually has to write things now.
Someone's forcing his hand. He has to.
Because otherwise, you know what's going to happen.
It's just gonna.
If he doesn't write the story, Miyazaki's going to go, well, George isn't doing it.
I'll have to do it.
And then his big collaboration in video games, his big new ambit will go from written by George R. R. Martin to written with George R. R. Martin to
part of it was written
partially written by George R. R. Martin.
He was in the rooms at some point.
Supervised by George R. R. Martin. George R. R. Martin met the writer once and liked him. Miyazaki will just go. He'll just do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should get a hopefully really, really interesting game. And I hope it is more of a return to Souls style combat. Because I like it when it's scarier.
Yeah.
It's scary in Bloodborne and Sekiro, but it's not in the same way. In Sekiro and Bloodborne, you just have to attack all the time. And just accept that if you die, you die. And you're just constantly mashing dodge, attack, heal, dodge, attack, heal. Especially in Bloodborne. Sekiro less so, it's more timing them, but still a bit more specific. Dark Souls, this is the enemy, this is what he can do, find a way to beat him with your extremely limited set of options.
It's very much working out what you have to do to defeat the boss or defeat the enemy, what its gimmick is, you know. It's very much working it out, isn't it?
Finding out how long his attack hits for and when you have to dodge it to make sure it doesn't hit you at all. How long it lasts for, how many times you have to... Whereas Sekiro, he's doing the sweep attack, so do the jump dodge. He's doing the stab attack, so do the block move.
The jump dodge.
And if you do anything other than that, the game will just pull you into the attack anyway. Did you see the hitbox stuff when someone tries to avoid the grab by dodging it? The enemy basically grabs past them and then they teleport.
Yeah, I did.
Because you didn't do the right dodge.
That's not what we wanted.
He wants you to do the jump dodge. Try the jump dodge. That really annoys me. It shouldn't, but it does. So hopefully that'll be a lot better. Yeah, Watch Dogs Legion. Cool concept, see if it's real.
Yeah, exactly. We'll reserve judgment on that one, but if it works as it says it's going to, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, if it works that way, it will be.
I like the look at that. I mean, nothing for me's really got past Cyberpunk. Just, I think Elden Ring probably would, because it's my type of thing I like to watch and that, but you didn't see enough of it, do you know what I mean? It was just look what this might be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at least it didn't lie to us.
Because again, it's probably coming.
Exactly, it's just been... Really, you know, the idea has just been told, so
and it's probably getting released on next gen.
They probably
consoles.
don't have anything as well. Do you know what I mean? They're just still putting it together, and
what they have is on next gen consoles, and they can't show us
exactly.
For those reasons.
So that's fine.
That's fine. Ghostwire that Ikumi Nakamura introduced, where everybody's been Streets of Tokyo.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That looks really fun. Dying Light.
Also, Dying Light. Yeah.
Saw several times. Lots of indie stuff we kind of skipped over.
But things that would be fun, you know, just to try out, have a little go of, and nothing that you're necessarily going to get sucked into, and you know.
But worth playing, and lots of little co-op stuff. Oh, Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh yeah, that looks fun.
Minecraft Dungeons will be good.
I think I like that.
There's definitely enough to be excited about and to keep us going for the next.
Oh yeah, easily. And as time goes on, I'm sure they'll release more and more of Elden Ring as it progresses.
And a lot more on Stadia than I thought there would be. A lot of those big names it was saying will be on Stadia.
Still not feeling confident about the old Stadia.
Didn't say FF7. Is a worry. Also kind of interesting, I don't know if they did it on purpose, but Microsoft... in their presentation, like I said, they made a big thing about this can do 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's, like I said, that's not that special or anything. Why are they doing that? Maybe the reason they're doing that is because Stadia had explicitly said, if you have top tier, highest quality internet you can get, you can stream at 60 frames per second. Why would anyone buy Stadia where the best possible internet can only get you 60 frames per second, when its direct rival is an Xbox that can do double that?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they were making the big song and dance of how powerful.
But this is what I mean. It's one of those things where that is going to be a breaking the deal, isn't it? Like, people aren't going to deal with that, are they?
No.
Like, bad frame rates, lag, all of those things.
Connection issues. I mean,
they're all going to be the be all and end all of the whole thing.
Well, it almost happens on PlayStation now, and it's annoying as shit. If you download a game on PlayStation Store, you can play it whenever you want, but make sure that you're using it properly, legally, as in within their terms of service, which mean nothing legally, but to them it is.
Yeah.
It has to verify that you have the license from your account, which means you have to be connected to the PlayStation servers. Which means when your internet or PSN goes down, any digital games you have, you cannot play.
Can't play, yeah.
And that's annoying as hell.
Imagine if that was the whole thing.
I have a huge shelf here full of PlayStation 4 games that I can play whenever I want.
So imagine if that was the whole thing.
Imagine if that's every game I own, on everything.
It's just...
I can pull out any of the Dark Souls, I can pull out any of the Yakuzas, I can get my Switch out on my... I have so many other options if my internet goes down.
Yeah.
With Stadia, that's not... It's
just gone.
Unless you can download.
No.
Unless it's one of them where you can stream it, or if you want, you can download it too, again.
I don't think that's going to be a thing.
I don't think it'll be
It's going to be an internet library.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
Well, it can't be a thing because I've got a console. Where would you store it?
Well, yeah, exactly. Unless there's something that you can attach to your telly that is like a drive, or I don't know.
It's just an internet connection, isn't it? It's the Google dongle thing. So
I don't know. That can't work then, can it?
No.
See, look, we're finding these
these issues
that didn't. Oh.
Hopefully we're wrong. Hopefully Google has thought all this through and has solutions.
Yeah, maybe they do. Who knows? That's what I mean.
But I mean, you can't get around a problem that
if you don't have internet, you can't play it.
Yeah.
There's no way of fixing that.
It's streaming games over the internet means that everything involved is inextricably tied to how good your internet is at any given point.
Yeah. And the thing with technology is quite often it doesn't work.
And how much internet you've got, because like they said, 1 terabyte an hour maybe, if you're streaming at max settings. That's a lot of internet, and a lot of internet providers will be happy with their entire customer base using 1 terabyte an hour.
Oh my god, yeah.
So prices go up and it won't even be possible to play it that much.
Because you just can't afford it. You can have 20 minutes here and there.
Yeah. Which isn't really what I want.
And the thing is, as well, if there's more people in your house doing other stuff, like on Netflix, or...
Yeah.
Do you know what I
See,
mean?
here's the thing. Xbox's streaming thing that they're making, they went out of their way to say this is all taken up specifically by Xbox's system. So even if the rest of the people in your house are using up all your bandwidth, you'll still stream games perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Etc. Stadia didn't.
That's what I mean, because it needs such
but they've
an
got
amount
a
of
console
internet.
that can do it, and they can
exactly
take some of the weight off by using...
They can do some kind of technical mumbo-jumbo that none of us will understand that'll sort that out. But that's what I mean, like, if you're streaming Google Stadia games or whatever, and it's taking, 1 terabyte, what if I'm trying to watch Netflix in the other room? I'm not even going to be able to get past you.
Well, already now, when one of us is streaming a movie or something,
you have
notice
that,
a noticeable difference if you're playing a game in the other room when it's wireless.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's a game that uses
like
a lot
Tom
of data.
always shouts at us when he's online and we're in here watching something on the internet.
We're watching Attack on
like,
Titan, so you can't play FIFA.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it just causes lag and stuff, but imagine using that much of internet to play a game.
And this is the thing, there's lots of these you find these kind of problems, like I said, with PlayStation has a similar thing with the downloads one.
See, all of them will have issues somewhere in there.
But none of the issues that PlayStation and Xbox have are like game breaking.
No,
because like I said, if my internet goes down, I can't play the digital ones, I play the box ones.
Yeah, there's always an alternative, isn't there?
If my Wi-Fi isn't working properly, I can connect by wire that will fix it.
And people just think, do you know what? I can't be asked.
With Stadia, any of the problems we've just mentioned are enough to make it not work at all.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
To make it pointless.
And no one's going to be asked spending the money to be able to play the game some of the time, depending on my internet, depending if my, what if your whole Virgin on the street goes down, which happens,
Virgin Media, by the way, the internet provider, I don't know. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, like sometimes the whole areas lose internet for like a few days.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, what am I going to do with my life? So if you can't play any of your games because that's happened, that's just ridiculous, man.
Like, what are we going to do it on a data? Are you going to use a terabyte an hour on your mobile data?
Oh, Jesus Christ. My phone would explode.
I've got 18 gigabytes of data for the month. Like, I can play 2 minutes of Tom Clancy's Ghost Wine Sergeant Master Death
And if the lag sort of saying is, you probably won't even get the game started, So that is a worry.
Oh yeah, it just doesn't work properly at all for 2 minutes, and then says you've exceeded your data allowance.
That's the thing, though. Like, obviously, these
watching
game
Sanchez
developers.
tell me.
Sorry, I don't have internet.
We're going charge. Sorry, you've exceeded your data allowance. Damn.
Your phone will now explode.
Damn you and your crooked nose.
That's it. Obviously, these are good developers. They must be. Do you know what I mean? They must have thought of these things.
They've got some of the tech experts.
There must be something, and this is just us spitballing from the very little that we've heard. So
the other problem with it is that you hear a lot of people in the industry with these online systems, like games as a service, like Fallout 76, that's going over like Fortnite, and so they start out bad. Like they don't.
And then
it's what
go from as
Todd
the money
Howard
comes
said
in and stuff.
Yeah, Todd Howard said it when they released 76. It's not about what the game is that we're actually selling you. It's what that game will eventually become.
Yeah, but people get that as well, though. Like they need the money to come in to then pump money into it. It's all.
But if it doesn't work at the start, and some people notice that and say it online, and that money doesn't come in at the start because everyone goes, "I'll wait till it works." How long will Google keep throwing money at it to make sure it works? In the hope that people will eventually go, oh yeah, it's good now.
I have no idea. Not very long. Google.
Traditionally, they give it less than a year and then it's gone forever.
Yeah.
It gets buried in the woods.
Problem is, they can't, no matter how big the company is, they can't afford to put money in the bin.
No.
So, it makes sense in a way.
Well, that's what he said. If it's, $10 a month is cheap as well.
But
it's a good amount. It's a good price.
They're trying to take on Sony and Microsoft, and do you know what I mean? Nintendo manages to take them on because it has stuff that only it allows. Do you know what I mean? There's no...
Yeah, they own some of the biggest franchises in the world.
Like, you could buy most games on either console. Do you know what I mean? It's not games... I know they have their exclusives, but they're not rivaling each other in that.
Nintendo's
it's just what you prefer to play.
Yeah.
Nintendo, don't touch my shit. You've touched my shit, that's it, claim him, take him a car. They're so protective of the content.
Yeah, they can't kill Nintendo, because even if they massively outgrow it, which both Xbox and Sony already have, Nintendo will still just be sat there going, you want to play Mario?
Sorry, did you want to play
Pokemon?
Mario? Oh, well.
Do you like Zelda, guys? Because if you want Zelda, I'll show you Zelda.
That's the thing. Right. That's how Nintendo stay alive.
They've got unkillable franchises that they'll just keep using.
Yeah, exactly. And they know that, we know that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, there's nothing you can do about it.
And they're actually getting
what is
stronger
Google saying you're going to do? Are they going to make their own franchise of games?
Well, this is what they said about...
But they're not.
Is there going to be Stadia exclusive games?
No.
You think?
Who would? Unless it's their own game development company they've bought and are making it. Sony, Microsoft, Square Enix, anyone is not going to give them their game by itself. It's not.
Some people do.
That is insane.
We actually had a thing, this is another gaming news thing that we should probably mention. Shenmue came out. Not came out. Announced.
Are you calling him out?
Shenmue the game. They released 1 and 2 years and years ago. There was a huge Kickstarter thing to get 3 made because it was thought it was dead, and it got funded and it went through. People were asked what platform they wanted it on, whether it was Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam. The developers have now announced a deal with Epic Games Store, the other PC company.
Yeah.
To be exclusive to them and will not offer it on Steam. And so all those people that chose Steam are now saying they want a refund, and Shenmue has basically said, get fucked.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's going to be illegal
You can't
challenge.
do that, really.
No, you can't. It's proper illegal.
It's really illegal. Just a bit.
So some games do take it, and apparently the amount of money that Epic Games and things like offer that for exclusives is like they could give every single person who backed it the money back and still make a profit on the game.
I just
It's that
can't
expensive.
see it. I can't. Not when gaming.
And Google have a lot more money than Epic.
I know, but look at all. I know. Yes, to be fair, they're absolutely like spilling money, but all these companies that have already got stable, like, contracts with, you know, Microsoft, Sony, all of those people. Everyone. I mean, there aren't many people in the world that don't own one or the other.
Yeah, not,
Do you know what I mean?
Not that are planning to own
That
them
is
anyway.
Google. I cannot imagine. I mean, it might. Do you know what I mean? I might be looking back going, "Oh, I was so wrong," but I can't imagine their reach being that much.
No.
They'll never get the base of people, Google Stadia, that Microsoft or Sony have. Everyone owns one or the other these days.
The other thing is, though, that it's going away from consoles is the accepted fact now. Whether it's true or not is different, but Sony and Microsoft are both going towards streaming services more than hardware. After they've both said that this might be the last console they make.
That's bad. Old, reliable.
Yeah.
You can't.
It
I
may
just
end up
don't
being
think it'll
exclusive.
work.
They're all going towards cross-play as well. It's getting bigger and bigger where Xbox and PC and PS4 and Nintendo and whatever can all play together in the same games.
See, why would you do that either?
To the point where it then takes it out of the who's exclusive and who's got what.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not about console sales, it's about subscribers. And if it's that way, Google would have a much better chance.
Yeah.
At least against Sony. Microsoft are a different.
Eventually,
Microsoft have got a bit more power than,
you know,
than Sony
if that
in
specific scenario happened in the future, yeah, maybe. But right now, people have their consoles, people play on consoles.
But that's the thing they're thinking for the future. They're not making Stadia so that they can take them over by next year. It's 5 years down the line, we'll be bigger than them.
I don't see it, I'm sorry.
My other question, but like you say, whether that's going to happen or not, because we've had times like this where motion controls are now the thing. And camera controls are now the future, and VR is now the future, and every time the response from people is, just give me a controller and a screen.
Yeah, like, cool idea, again.
Yeah.
Cool idea, I like it. But now I feel sick, can I sit down? Do you know what I mean?
I'm tired.
Exactly, yeah. I've just got in from work, I've done a 9-hour shift. I want to sit and play my game.
I'm bored, and the little thing with all the buttons on that the game's designed to let me use, I'm going to use that.
I mean, how long was I on the VR headset before I felt sick?
Yeah.
I don't get motion sickness, but that made me feel it.
I'm still dreaming of VR being a success. I'm still dreaming of the Sword Art Online future.
Yeah.
That when I'm in my late 40s, early 50s, I can play as
that'd be cool.
a teenage guy running around Final Fantasy Land.
Yeah, that would be cool, but again, it's just...
It's too far off, and as it is now, it's not fun.
And as much as we like the idea of crazy technology, people also like being able to just sit.
Yeah.
You know, people just need to admit that they like to just sit and
ultimately,
play.
I think they know as well as I know, it would take a ridiculous amount of development to get to the Sword Art Online type VR thing.
Oh my god.
It's like to the point where it's
crazy.
It's the point where a lot of it is probably just science fiction.
Yeah, we're nowhere near anything like that.
And
you know.
if I find myself in my mid-50s, early 60s, with a TV and a controller playing Final Fantasy 29, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah,
I'll still be perfectly happy.
Exactly.
As
you
I
won't
am.
feel like you've lost anything or been deprived, whatever the word is, will you?
I'll feel a little bit disappointed if I never see it.
That's if the world still exists. After all the pollution and everything that we're doing to the world, it probably won't even be here then.
Yeah, it'll be fine. With Final Fantasy 7, it shows you it's all going to be fine, yeah.
Oh my god.
But
Cyberpunk 77 look good? Like 2077?
it sounds like they've got some good VR tech.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But no,
that's also not real.
Whenever somebody comes up and says this is the future of gaming, games aren't going to be played like they used to, we're going to have a whole new system, I start to think, really? Because everyone else who said that's been wrong.
Well, think, they started consoles, what? 1990
or 80 something.
Yeah, you know, And we're still at consoles now, 40 years later.
We've had...
When we've seen, and it's gone past other ideas that haven't stuck, nobody cares.
We've made 2 big changes away from consoles, which is handheld consoles, which isn't a
Which
change,
is a little console.
and PC gaming,
Yeah.
which is just a console, but that does other shit as well.
A different type of console, yeah. I just find it hard to believe that it's not just going to be another good idea that didn't work. If I'm being honest.
I feel the same.
But like you said, we're happy to be optimistic.
Yeah.
It would be great if something worked. We're not going to hold our breath.
And I don't want all my gaming history and things linked to my Google account, which it inevitably will be.
Yeah,
because my Google account makes me sign in on everything. It's hard to recover when you have issues. It's constantly irritating.
Well, my buddy Hotmail's no better after the performance last night, after being on holiday.
And there
Knocked me out of everything because I went on holiday.
And we have like stories and things, unsubstantiated as far as I'm aware, but of people finding out that their Google Pay and YouTube accounts and things have been permanently locked because they got banned from something on Twitter.
Yeah.
That was linked to their
I heard
Google
about that. Probably from you, but I have heard that.
To the point where I don't want everything linked to Google. I don't trust Google. I don't like Google. I don't even use Chrome when I can avoid it.
I don't.
You may have noticed some people on here we're using Firefox here, not Chrome, because Firefox is better.
Because it doesn't give a shit. It's like play what you want, do what you want. No one cares.
It's free software basically.
Yeah.
That just fan-made stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They couldn't care less.
Yeah, Chrome watches everything you do and reports you to the police and all sorts.
It's
Chrome.
the thing with Windows 10. They reported. I still don't know if it was true because I haven't heard much. But that if there was pirated or copyright software on your computer, Windows 10 would find and delete it without your consent.
Yeah, and then they send a police helicopter to watch
They
you.
wouldn't do that.
They were like bigger sirens go off in your house, all the shutters come down on your windows, and
no, it's just everything that your account is linked to will now be shut off forever.
Yeah,
because you've pirated.
You're a horrible pirate. Stop it. Nobody wants that.
Appropriate for a world where we've got a lot of dystopian technological futures coming along in these games.
Google's starting the whole thing.
Google are trying.
This is their takeover of the world attempt.
There's more of it than we'd like already, and I don't trust Google. I especially don't trust Google because I don't think their servers are going to work as well as they say they're going to work.
Well, no, we've established we're not confident in their stats so far.
So Stadia is not that great. Project Scorpio for Xbox looks fine. Or Project Scarlet. Or whatever. It used to be Project Scorpio.
Scorpio would have been better.
It used to... Oh no, what was Scorpio? Was the other one Scorpio? Was the Xbox One X?
The Xbox
One X. That was what that turned out to be.
Xbox, come on. Stop it, you're making yourself a meme.
That was still fine. That looks like a decent console, as Xboxes go.
Yeah. I mean...
Upgrading everything as you'd expect. More power, more frame rate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Happy.
And, I think we've established that's what the main population are going to want and stick with. Because, for one, they know it works. For all the reasons we've said, internet problems aren't necessarily that big an issue.
No.
Because you just get your box game. You know you can rely on it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they break, touch wood, but most of the time you can just get it sent off and they send it back. You know, it's not...
At the very worst, you just buy a new one.
And everyone's still got a PS1 that works.
Yeah.
Everyone. Everyone who owned one, it still works.
My N64 still works. My PS2 still works.
Yeah, our limited edition Nintendo still works. You know, they're all ultra reliable.
I went through about 5 PS3s, but PS4
that
is still my original PS4. That still worked. PS3 was awkward. PS3 wasn't a great move, but...
I mean, I like PS3 because I could watch films on it, I could have my music on it, and...
Here is the Animal Crossing presentation that we mentioned earlier.
So yeah, I didn't mind PS3. PS4 is the best console, or maybe PS2.
PS2, oh, you mean in general?
I mean, for what it was.
For what it was at the time, PS2 was the best console.
PS2 was a very good console.
But at the minute, if you have to have a console, PS4 is the best option.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean,
although that is very quickly switching towards the Nintendo Switch.
And to be fair, for us, we were always PlayStation people. We didn't have Xboxes until Tom appeared.
Because our parents wouldn't buy us a second.
Yeah, but to be fair, people couldn't afford them when we were kids.
No.
You had the one console because it's what you could afford, and you got an hour each on it. And you had to swap. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't afford to have what we have now.
And I played all the big Xbox exclusives at my friend's house, and none of them were interesting to me.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Fable was
Halo,
fine.
wasn't it, at the time when it came out?
It was Halo,
Like,
Gears of War, Forza, all dull. I mean, the main thing was that they were big American type for like casuals, and if you want the more obscure, more interesting Japanese stuff, that you
Sony,
you only get Yakuza.
Sony is Japanese, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. You only got Yakuza on PlayStation.
That's true.
Most of the Final Fantasies you only got on PlayStation.
That's probably why Tom's like range of gaming is a bit more limited than ours.
Significantly more limited than ours.
I mean, he does it by choice now, I would say, because he knows what he likes, type thing. But he's not open-minded when it comes to games. But maybe that's because he was always at Xboxes, and it was quite a. They had their themes.
Yeah, but that's
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
I always thought PlayStation was the better option anyway, but now that's switching towards Switch. Because PlayStation's clamping down on a lot of indie Japanese stuff that made them because of sexual or violent.
It looks like
conduct.
Microsoft's making a bit of an effort though, which is
Well, Microsoft pushing hard. Well,
Which
I think
is
they
good,
realised at a certain point
that it makes money.
these guys
and
who
people
like this
it.
Japanese stuff, they really like this
Yeah,
Japanese
exactly.
stuff. So
I mean, as much as people think it's quite a niche, small thing, once you actually tap into that world, you realise there's actually a hell of a lot of people on it.
yeah,
You know,
and they
existed.
really like it. It's
exactly.
not like,
Yeah, they're die-hard fans. They're not just
Yeah.
I quite fancy playing that.
they're not people who buy like a couple
Yeah.
of games a year for Christmas and their birthday. Like they.
Exactly.
I spent £60 on games this week for no reason.
I know. Yeah.
All Japanese.
Yeah. While I wasn't in the country to tell you not allowed.
Yeah. I'm a person who will. I've bought. How many times have we bought Kingdom Hearts?
We've got Lords of Kingdom Hearts, Lots of Yakuza.
I've got Kingdom Hearts 1 on.
We've got Yakuza on every console that we've ever owned.
I've got every Yakuza on every console I can get it on, including Dead Souls, which nobody knows.
Oh, that was so bad.
It's not bad. It's great. What do you mean?
I mean, you bought the whole.
It's not good.
You bought that limited edition thing for Yakuza
I buy the
with
limited
the
edition.
whiskey glasses.
I don't even drink.
Whiskey glasses or whiskey stores. You even drink. You know, it's just they know their market and they know how to get you, and you know that they know, which makes it worse.
Yeah.
But you do it anyway.
I want it.
Yeah,
well,
but I want it.
There's
like the cloud thing.
Like there's like.
But I want it.
That's it, yeah. We all want to like.
Own cloud, obviously.
We're used to having companies try and sell you things as if you're your friend. Like Bethesda were doing with this. Oblivion probably saved my life. You know?
It probably did.
There's something to be said for you are a weirdo because you want this, but you're happy to pay for it, so I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
And then you can buy it off me.
And everyone has stuff like
and
that.
I'm like, okay.
Like,
yeah. That's how I like it to work.
I mean,
make me a thing I want, and I'll buy it from you.
yeah, I mean, I think people think it's like, I mean, creepy. I used to think things were creepy, but they're not actually creepy. And I mean, the stuff that we play together, like all the Japanesey like anime stuff that we play and watch, it's not creepy on that scale. Do you know what I mean? And I think now there's a lot of criticism for people who are so mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, the criticism used to be for people who were a bit weird. But now it's kind of sliding away, so it's like now you're weird because you only play COD.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? God, get a personality.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's getting a bit more of a criticism that way as well now.
I think it
so
is.
you can't win really, no matter what your game taste is.
Yeah, I feel like because it's so much more available, hipster is now shifted.
Yeah.
Like normally anything sort of east of the main AAA releases for that year was hipster.
Yeah, it was, you're
like,
right.
If you have imported a game, you were a hipster.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Where now it's like... most people have some games that aren't mainstream stuff.
Most people have tapped into a lot of games now, or at least tried them. Do you know what I mean?
I think a lot of people have at least. I still think there's a huge like mainstream audience that don't touch anything that isn't.
Weed? I can grow weed on Animal Crossing.
I need 5 joints to make this track.
I just saw it on the corner of my eye. I was like, weed?
Weeds, I imagine. But
not weed.
It's not weed, it's weed.
Ganja.
But yeah.
Fucking off your head for Animal Crossing.
There's I imagine there's a large part of that audience that is off their head when they play it. We also skipped over...
probably. After about 10 bevies, like, yeah, Animal Crossing, yeah.
Speaking of that, there's another show that we missed at E3 that we didn't look at, which was PC Gaming Show, which is about an hour convention that showed off a lot of smaller stuff.
Right.
I tweeted about some of them. Nothing major for you. Chivalry 2. Chivalry Medieval Warfare was a knight and sword fighting.
I feel like I've heard of
big
Chivalry.
online game. You will have. It's like they even said at the time, we know half our audience plays this game drunk.
Who
Because
cares?
it's like crazy stupid.
Who cares as long as
It's
you're having a good
streamer
time?
porn. It's the perfect thing to be.
But that's the thing, like, when do we play games? Quite often. Like, Friday, Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And you finish work for the week. You have a couple of bevies. Do you know what I mean? It's not hurting anybody.
You play stupid games.
You don't drink, so you can stay in control. And I just slowly descend. Look at that big,
It's
massive...
obviously really fun for me.
I'm not a
Then we
bad
play-
drinker.
But yeah, there was a couple of things at that PC gaming show that are worth seeing, worth keeping an eye on. Planet Zoo, of course.
Obviously.
We skipped over completely
That's gonna be
because as a
amazing.
result, it's got a lot of stuff in it.
That's going to be awesome.
So we'll look at them too. Nothing major to announce though. No major big reveals.
Nah.
And Phantasy Star Online. The last thing.
Yeah.
But
Isn't
we saw
available
there,
here.
Not available in Europe. We now know.
So what is the point?
So why even bother?
Why even bother?
Why do you even try?
God only knows.
Maybe it'll come to Europe. Maybe if I import it from America, I can still play it on American servers.
Who knows?
Who knows? I'm happy to. I've done that with Japanese games before. Not on Japanese servers, but Japanese games.
Right.
And I think that about
sums it up, I think.
sums it up. Couple of things to be interested in. Couple of people to
Because
be
we
interested
have less than an hour till we have to go out.
in. We do. So we're going to wrap this up. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. Our opinions.
Check us out at Games of Babylon on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course Twitch. We're going to try and do some more streaming in future. Obviously, we're going to keep going with our Let's Plays on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going with Nier Automata and Yakuza.
Just getting our bearings, really.
We're going to do some other little quick looks every now and then. We're planning a Megaquarium Part 2.
Because we thought it was really good.
And it was so much fun.
Want
It
to
was more
see
fun than I
where
thought
you
it
can
would be.
go with it. The other fish and stuff will be cool.
It was more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah, so.
And we're thinking we're going to start a Twitch series, aren't we, of teaching you
Yeah.
to play video games.
Because I can't play video games.
Not very good at them.
Only ones like this that's on the screen right now.
Yeah. This is your game. We're going to get used to the point where when Elden Ring comes out,
I'm going to play it.
you're going to stream it.
I'm going to be on the controls.
Yeah.
In the driving seat.
So we're going to start doing that. Try and maybe get once, twice a week. Maybe twice a week. Should we aim for that?
Yeah. Depending on how stressful a day of work I've had.
And how stressful the game will
I'm
play.
just starting a new job next week, so that's probably going to have an impact, but...
And how hard a game we're playing.
Exactly. We'll start us off easy, though.
I'm not going to make you do Bloodborne twice a week.
Oh my god. I'll just shut my eyes whenever a monster runs at me.
That's like all the game.
Oh. And it doesn't help I'm scared of werewolves. It's probably not an ideal game for me, really.
But no, we'll keep you guys informed on Twitter and what have
Definitely.
you.
Keep on our Twitter, that's where all our updates will be.
And yeah, see you guys then.
Ta-ra! As we say.
Arigato.